These are all professional veterans who know how to, they know how to play. That's an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, like both of them, both of the teams have players that going for the international already. So definitely the experience coming from these players gonna determine a lot for this game itself. And I do feel like because they know each other pretty well, because Southeast Asia usually like to meet each other in the pop games as well. I do feel like they will be having something that they can put on over the gameplay from one to another. Despite, back again, the draft not going to be that easy. Are they going to be doing respectful things? Because so far, we see Tiny, Mirana, Lina, and Taz. This is the heroes that is actually being used by both of the sides.
Yeah, I saw Nyx Assassin, I think it was in game 1, Indonesia versus Thailand.
Second game, I guess.
Yeah, versus the sniper, where they were using the Nyx Assassin to, get into the shrapnel and, so they can stun the laner. And that was so nicely orchestrated. It felt like, they were playing music. And now the Nyx is falling onto the LAOS side. I'm already fearful for how the Indonesians are going to counter this. So we have the bans for Tusk and Lina on the side of Lao, and we have Tiny and Mirana, which is, I think it's a very toxic combination that we've been seeing throughout the entire tournament. Toss, arrow, you connect everything all together, and there's no getting away from that unless you spam your BKB as fast as you can.
But turns out you are unable to even use the BKB at that particular moment. It's going to be quite hard. But yeah, picking over Mars along with this structure, we know that actually from Indonesia, I mean, like, I think it's still 100% win rate coming from Mars in Indonesian's hand, because Womi is using a lot of, I think like after like first match there, saw Womi using a really great job using the Mars. They don't want to go against it, but right now it's going to be pick again. Plus a Disruptor. Actually, Disruptor is the one that's causing so much trouble.
Yeah, he's a wonderful hero, especially when you develop the scepter. You put it into the arena. Everybody's items are silenced, so there's nothing much you can do. But I really want to see the Mars refresher plays, where you make like a Venn diagram and everybody's stuck in the middle, just bouncing around, and there's no place for them to move. And I'm really, like, Mars has been seen on both sides. And as you said, you're correct. Like, Indonesia has a 100% win rate with Mars, whereas out of, I think, about 70% win rate on the side of Lao, but take into consideration that they went through the group stages, so there was some flunks here and there. So this is, as we said, team, personal preference, who's going to get it first.
Yeah.
And we have Pangolier, which is, I think, a very nice counter to Mars, because he can jump around very fast with the boulder.
Yeah, I think like it's a really good setup. I mean, like if he's the one that is being picked inside of the arena of blood, it's going to be very good, because it's going to be used to actually distract the player coming from the side of Indonesia. But banning the counter directly by having the Blood Seeker to be banned, along maybe with the Puck, because we know that actually before, Mikoto was using the Puck as a mid laner and as a setup combo, because so far, the draw from Indonesia is still a very good for a setup situation for teamfight participation that can be brought by these two heroes. So if they're going to be banning over Silencer, I think it's still going to be a very decent one.
Yeah, I mean, Silencer is a pretty good pick and a ban at the same situation, because you have the control with the global silence. Mars and Disruptor have always this very, very positive synergy, which can build up very easily afterwards. So right now, what we're waiting from Indonesia is the response of who's going to be their carries, who's going to do the damage, because they have, at this point, the setup. On the other side, they're mostly banning people, heroes who are disabling the movement of for Pangolier. So they're kicking out Puck, as you said. They're most probably going to ban heroes that further on
Grimstroke
build.
maybe?
Yeah, Grimstroke, even though I don't think I've seen him throughout the tournament.
I think like once, it was being used once, but aside of that one, no one is actually picking over the Grimstroke. It's not really popular. It's only the counter for the side of the Pangolier. But Queen of Pain is apparently the one that they are eliminating. Actually, 3 mid lane hero is here.
Ooh,
that is being banned.
Marcy. This is interesting, actually. Yeah, they have this is the chase. I mean, they have a hero that can easily chase down the Pangolier, and maybe like I was gonna add up, like they're not. The best way you can eventually get to Pangolier is if you're building a Gleipnir and those types of items. Road of Atos, if that's still in the game, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you can take him down very easily. but they're responding. Like Indonesia are, you know, adding up to the heroes who are who could easily follow him. So we're waiting on the third pick from Laos. How are they going to respond? We also have the Naga band alongside with the Beastmaster, and Naga has been extremely popular throughout the tournament with all of that insane damage building up towards the late game. And they have, I mean, honestly, I would have liked to see Naga Siren on the side of Indonesia because they have, she has the net going on, she also has the damage, she has the lockdown potential. But we'll see, they already have, you know, the space minimizing hero, which is Mars, which can be used in every single combination you can think of.
Yeah. But I think like right now, from the side of Indonesia, they're still lacking over the mid lane along with the carry, right? It means that they might be revealing quite a lot. And they need the Spirit Breaker. Actually, it's like a really good counter if ever Indonesia are going to be picking over the Life Stealer, because with the 2CC that is being brought by the side of Team Lao, Life Stealer is just going to be a very good option. But just because of the Spirit Breaker, it's actually like having a slighter chance for having the Life Stealer on the list here from the side of Team Indonesia. But the pickup potential.
Yeah, I mean, right now it smells like in the air. The Nut Life Stealer feels very good because of those surprise charge bombs that infest bombs that happen, and you know, but that feels way too textbook. You know, it's very anticipated. So either they're not gonna ban Life Stealer at all, or they're just gonna, you know, they already know how to counter it. Batrider is the fourth pick for Laos, so they are very much working on the movement. So they can take somebody down. I think this is a very good counter for Marcy because she wants to move around, take somebody literally by the collar and throw them back into the fight. While Batrider can just grab her and, you know, it's like, no, it takes two to play this game. If you want to throw guys, I'm gonna throw guys as well.
Yeah, and I think like it's gonna be very good. I think for mid lane base, we can see that actually the potential coming from the Batrider with a lot of things on his hand with the Firefly, even the Sticky Napalm, actually going to be having a really good early situation here from the side of Team Lao. But it means that probably they're still needing over the carry while the Pangolier might be going for the off lane here. Oh, it's a love cam right there. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
That's so sweet.
It is. Well, me, I'm still single.
You and me both, sister.
Okay, okay.
I don't know if we should say things like this on stream, but yeah, I mean, we're just happy for you guys. I hope it's, you know, these are relationship goals watching Dota together.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yeah.
It's just a love in the air, you know, watching Dota alone together as a couple.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm envy already.
It's like, if we can watch together and if we can play together these games, like, you know, we can go through everything, because if you don't pick up a fight with your, you know, significant other during a game, you know, everything is going to be fine. Everything has been forgiven. And Ember Spirit we have on the side of Indonesia, which is very good combo so far with Disruptor and Mars. There's a lot of damage dealing right there. They have the Shackles and they have the Remnants, which, you know, once at one moment he's here, the other one he's back to the fountain, and now he's back here again, fully refreshed and ready to fight once again. So this is I love this hero because it has so low cooldowns and such high effectiveness. The only issue is the farming potential. So right now the entire focus is on this hero. Indonesia is not going for a greedy lineup. I mean, both sides are not going for a greedy lineup. So we will be slowly developing, and I think both of their tactics so far are going into the late game. But I think the only Batrider is, you know, the best hero for early game, spamming the sticky napalm and setting people on fire, which is super annoying to deal with, especially in any lane.
It is, in any particular lane. And it might be Ember Spirit going against our Batrider. So I think like in terms of landing situation, I think like from the side of Lao, they are having upper hand on that kind of moment. But from the side of the carry, both of them haven't revealed who is actually going to be the carry here from both of the sides. So they might be eliminating a lot of potential. Monkey King is already being eliminated. Sniper is there. If you're talking about Lao, they can try to pick over the Draw Ranger if they are aiming for it, because Batrider with Halberd of Draw Ranger is just going to be quite hard to be dealt with to the side of Indonesia.
Yeah, they're taking down all of these huge range heroes. Draw, as you said, is a very good potential. So we have the last bands of Morphling and Life Stealer. Henceforth, the combo that we were looking for Lao has been completely eliminated. So there's not going to be any charge bombs, out of nowhere happening. So,
5 seconds
this is
remaining.
very interesting because, who else has been
The
done?
research time is only like 4 seconds left.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of thought, and
Oh.
Shadow Fiend is the last pick for Team Lao.
It does make sense though.
It makes sense a lot, yeah, but at this point I'm still not very certain who's going to be their mid, because both of these heroes can work very well in the safe lane. They do deal a lot of damage, they do, even in the early game, and plus Shadow Fiend has always this very upper hand because he starts off with 3 damage spells compared if you choose to go for the raises, and that could put a lot of pressure within the lane to the other heroes, so...
Yeah, I think like it still worked from both of the sides. I mean, like Pet Rider along with the Shadow Fiend. Despite that, we saw that actually a lot of Shadow Fiend is going for the carry lately because of how popular he is inside of that lane. But Amber Spirit, just like what you've mentioned, I do agree that against these two heroes, Amber Spirit is just going to be like quite weak against that one. The raise potential, the burst potential, along with the Pet Rider that can be able to use all of the resources with the Sticky Napalm, even going with the Firefly. But one last pick, 9 seconds left for Indonesia. They're using a lot of research
they're
time.
thinking all of these things through because they're not, as you said, Drow Ranger. Yeah, they're being, both sides are being extremely respectful towards one another, and they're somewhat going out of their comfort picks, which are pretty much similar from what we've discussed previously. And it's gonna be a hell of a game.
It is, but from the side of Lao, I do think like the early kill potential might be coming from them with the Nyx Impale. Her Pangolier is there. There's Spirit Breaker along with the Pet Rider. So quite huge of damage coming from the side of Vin as well. So it's a package, a whole package coming from the side of Lao.
But
well, from Indonesia, they need a lot of spaces, especially combo that need to work.
Well, they already have the Mars Disruptor combo going on, and on the side of Laos, they have 3 heroes that pretty much want to get in your face for, interaction and stuff like that. Bat Rider needs to get close so he can get the Flaming Lasso going on. So if Indonesia finds at least 3 heroes within a very small area, they can group them up and activate the combo with the Disruptor and the Mars. And then we have both Drow Ranger and Ember Spirit, which are heavy damage dealers, and they could, pull off the fight. But not to get ahead of ourselves, these are both 2 teams who are masterful at Dota. And what I'm saying right now could be completely thrown out as the game keeps on progressing.
No, it does make sense. So it's not going to be completely thrown out, but it depends on the execution inside of the game, because the execution sometimes it's not the same with what they thought it will be because of the distraction that might happen from the opponent side. But yeah, BB, Akito, Min, Jackie, never mind. And I think it's going to be Pangolier going for the mid lane right here, not even the Bat Rider. Bat Rider will be going for the off lane, I think, with the Hakito, with the hands of Akito at that particular moment. So yeah, another change here.
Yeah,
it's not going to be that one. But yeah, we will see what is actually going to happen in the first game of final lower bracket between Laos versus Indonesia.
It's going to be extremely, extremely fun because they weren't revealing the drafts very early on. They were allowing for space, to make these weird changes and, non-particular lane heroes. But as you said earlier, they're picking very aggressive mid players, which will further on develop into carries. So I'm going to ask the difficult question. Who are you rooting for? Which lineup do you like better?
It's quite hard, actually. If we are seeing with the draft that they're having, I mean, like the particular early game, it's just going to be like having, I think that from the side of Laos, early game situational, it will be good on them. But from the side of Indonesia, later on, going into maybe even going for the late game, it's going to be good for them. If they're able to maybe pick off PB, it's going to be good. But if it's not, BB is just going to be very free and going to be like opening up a lot of potential to the side of Team Lao with all of the heroes that they're having. And just like what you've mentioned, Mercy, Pet Rider, both of them can try to pick off the hero.
Yeah,
but who is actually going to be the one who initiates?
Yeah,
right?
That's going to be very difficult because you have Nyx going on, and Nyx really wants to, abuse the situation as much as he can with the Spiked Carpus, with the Mana Drain, and afterwards with the Vendetta. He's, this extremely sneaky guy walking around everywhere. So I do believe that he will be placed in the front row to kick off the first fight, and then afterwards the other players can add up with. But really, with all due honesty, I do believe that the Indonesian guys have the upper hand in the situation. But I hope I'm not jinxing this because I have, you know, that bad luck. I'm like Kyle, you know. If I say Indonesia has a better lineup, I'm, you know.
Usually it goes the wrong way?
Yeah, it goes the other way, unfortunately.
Okay.
So
we'll see if the curse is working or not.
yeah, so I'm going to be unbiased in the situation. Both teams have these amazing lineups. They do,
I do agree, yeah.
have these amazing potential. And, you know, right now, like usually in some games, especially in the group stages, there was this huge disbalance between the teams. And right now we're narrowing down the selection between the players. So, you know, we're down to 3 teams, Indonesia, Philippines, and Laos. So all of these teams are very, you know, strong, and, you know, they're warmed up. They know how to do they know how to do it.
Yeah, I do agree. Even I'm very surprised with the development over their skills inside of this ISF. We can see the improvement going really well coming from both of the sides. Not only from Indonesia, but also coming from Laos. Before in the play-in, we do remember that actually they are having loss against Thailand, but they are the one who actually dropping Thailand to the lower bracket, but oh.
Yeah, the one thing, okay, they were only starting with the chase. They saw Marcy and Mars. That's gonna be this is going to be a tongue twister to deal with.
It is.
Yeah, but the one thing that already looks scary is Indonesia has 3 grandmasters with their heroes, so they're comfort picking Drow, Ember, and Disruptor. So we're starting off with the fight. Playoff is going towards White Moon, and there's no kill potential, but there is a bounty steal. So far, we have a 3 distribution of the bounties. Akito is being chased, but they managed to get up the stairs, lose the fog of war, and no kills so far during the bounties.
Yeah, he's still pretty safe and sound for both of the sides right here. And it's going to be a pretty... actually, I didn't see it coming. I thought like from the side of Team Lao will play quite aggressively to the side of Indonesia, but the one that actually receiving quite a lot of damage is actually coming from the side of Indonesia as well. So...
Mikoto is not giving him any time to breathe. Like,
yeah.
He's already starting with the push. We have Mikado as Ember Spirit versus BB as Pangolier, as you just said. On the other side, we have Disruptor and Drow versus Batrider. And if I'm not mistaken, wait, is they're making a tri-lane or something? No, actually, we have Nyx Assassin doing what Nyx Assassin does, scouting around, trying to find the early game courier kills. And in the bottom lane, we have Spirit Breaker and IESF versus Mars and Marcy.
Yeah, Mars and Marcy.
Mars and Marcy.
With a spear and then rebound, it's a lot of things that can be done by these 2 AM in the bottom lane. But they will be trying to do this because the equilibrium is quite hard actually to do some movement in that kind of particular moment, since like it's going against a Batrider, which is not going to be very good opponent for the Draw Rangers. So they are trying to drag it and try to pull it to the side of... so it's going to be pretty safe for the Draw Ranger to do some farm in the top lane. While in the bottom lane, I think like it's still going to be like very, very safe situation unless Jokem receiving level 2.
Oh, we have already the toss going on, Wami, but no, he charges back and throws the Marcy away from the kill potential. I was just about to say that Indonesia in their offlane have a lot of takedown. They have a lot of these skills that they connect with, whereas Shadow Fiend, he's not still ready for this, but he has his backup player, that being Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, and with the Charter of Darkness along with the Bash, I think like it's going to be pretty much enough. Especially it's because 2 members from the side of Indonesia that's staying in the heart lane is actually 2 melee heroes. It's just going to be like very good for the Spirit Breaker to go against it and try to punish maybe in the early situation.
What I'm particularly worried about is the top lane. As you said, Drow does have this very nice chance to farm up in the safe lane, but there's Nyx, and Nyx is always very, as I said, very sneaky, running around with the spike carpets, disabling, taking down the courier, so no items will arrive in time. So that will be a bit difficult to deal with. So Indonesia better have, you know, their observer wards up and running. They already have, you know, some wards working on his. Jackie's going low, but he manages to run away. Is that they're not gonna get that courier in time?
There is no rebound. There is no actually disabled to actually chase over Jackie, and there's me that actually gonna be trying to body block and even try to use everything that he can. But
yeah, that was a poor shot. There was an attempt for a jump, but it didn't manage to connect at all.
Yeah, he just want to put a space for Jackie. That's why they're
Oh,
forcing. Oh,
he got it again. He's getting low. Is it? Yep, and the Spirit gets him. The first blood goes to Wami by killing Jackie in the bottom lane.
it's just a perfect moment. The rebound that is ready by Jocam, and then the spear that it's being held up until some particular moment that they think they will take the first blood. It's a huge first blood because it's the one that is taken down. Actually, is the carry. Jackie is the one it, but oh.
Oh, top lane, never mind. Looks very low. Dream will Cell trying to juke around the trees, but he's going out in the open. Will he find them? Yes, and that's another kill for Team Indonesia. Akito is right now. Well, he's gonna run away. That's pretty simple for him. Even he's still level 1 though. He's been focusing a lot more on creating the space for the Bad Rider, but unfortunately they got the better of him with Dream Cell being on level 3.
And I think like Dreamochel doing a really decent job at this particular moment, going against a Bad Rider, but not receiving too much of poking damage to the side of Dreamochel itself. And even
oh, that's a very nice double spike.
yeah, I think like a really good impale, but there's nothing that he can do. It's still a very early game, and it's still like under 5 minutes game a situation. But 2 kills that they got, and might be another one later that they can try to brought from this early movement that they've done. I think like Indonesia is still having a very good movement, but later if the Rolling Thunder from the side of Pangolier is ready, or maybe even plus the Flaming Lasso, from Indonesia, they really need to be careful over the movement that they do, because every time they move, they might be getting a lot of kills.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, as we discussed during the drafting phase, both teams have a lot of movement going on, and they will be looking for the chases. And oh, down in the safe lane, we have Jackie being hit by the spear once again, but we have a rotation from Akito doing the double impale, and Jocam is luring low, and there is another 1 kill for Team Laos. Very nice rotation. Because they're seeing what they're doing down there. They're always trying to pick on the Shadow Fiend, like in any way that they can, connecting to the spear, like taking the toss back. And they don't want to allow that because SF is their main carry in the situation. And
That's true.
Oh, that's a very nice stop for the charge. Wami's under pressure. They manage to get him with the Carpus, but they're not dedicating themselves to this kill.
I do feel like they really want to make Jackie losing in a lot of terms. Like, I mean, like from the landing potential, Jackie's still doing a really great job, even with the 10 denies on his hand. But for going to the late game, they know that actually the power of Requiem of Soul gonna be determining a lot. And the race that is connected just now is showing how powerful Jackie with the mechanic over the gameplay that he can do inside of the game. So I do feel like from the side of Indonesia, they cannot like trying to play very aggressive unless they really have a backup, because undisciplined movement will cost a lot.
Yeah, I mean, one small mistake and the other team will find the potential to use it as much as they can. We already have some rotations going on towards in the mid lane with BB and Mikoto already getting their level 6s. So we have Remnants, we have the Boulder available. So they really want to start fighting. Yeah, as I said, they keep on charging. So they really want to start pressing on the other team as much as they can.
Yeah.
And that's what I love actually about SEA Dota, because the second somebody hits level 6, they already start with their rotations, put the pressure as much as they can, you know, even
aggressive movement.
Yeah, super aggressive, man.
Yeah.
I love how it looks. So we already have some stacks going on which Akito is trying to defend from Whitemon, but Whitemon is not giving him the satisfaction of getting him killed.
And it's gonna be like being thrown back by the Gleams right there by the side of this structure. But it's a pretty huge ancient stacks actually. And it was given the information to the side of Indonesian, so they might be going for it, but rebound.
Oh, they find Min, he's all alone down there, but Jackie's here to help out, but they're not really devoting themselves once again to their fight. They're respecting the enemy so much, but never mind, my bad, is not having such an easy time by being left alone in the top lane.
He really wants to get close to Draw Ranger, but might be the Gauss and also the Frost Arrow that's slowing everything to the side of this Bad Rider. And it's having hard time even to get close to this one. And actually, this Draw Ranger having the highest net worth.
Yeah, there's a little dance going around. Jocam is managing finally to get him, connecting with the spear, and there's another kill from that wonderful combo from Indonesia. And these guys are getting scarier and scarier. Like as the damage keeps on building, you know, that combo you really want to avoid. as you said, Bad Rider wants to get into the face of Jar Ranger, but that's not going to be his best tactic as the game keeps on progressing. Because if you get in too close, Marcy wants to get even closer.
That's right.
And we have the Rolling Thunder going towards Whitemon. There's easy kill.
But also coming from Jackie, I think. It's going to be another one. It's a mid lane against a support. I think it's still a very huge advantage in the hand of Team Indonesia because they got Jackie in the bottom lane and it's 3-man doing the rotation. Mikoto is there as well. So it's a huge EXP goal to the side of the Amber Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a lot more valuable for you to take down the carry of the other team instead of the support. So that was a very fruitful rotation for Team Indonesia because, I mean, they're taking down SF, and SF has a very hard time farming if he's completely left alone. On the other side, we have Mikoto, who is, you know, well, both mid laners have 62 denies at this point, so they're pretty much farmed up. White Moon, he's getting a little pressure, but he has the glimpse to keep him safe. Already 2 levels on that spell, which is super, super useful.
It is. They really want to make everyone from the side of Team Lao unable to join a particular, like imagine like they were having a big war and the glimpse is there. I think it's going to be quite hard to go on and chase maybe the players coming from the side of Indonesia. But Mikoto right now focusing over the tower in the bottom lane, and I don't think the rest of the player from
They
Lao
know where he is. But that's a charge away. Not too far for safety because Wami's here with the spear ready. We're seeing a rotation from the Pangolier trying to get at least one hero here, but Mikoto, he's farmed up. They managed to connect with the spear. He manages to get the boulder out, but the arena goes up, but he goes out of it. Is he gonna be able to get some kills over here? But no, the damage is still not there. All the pressure is now on the Ember Spirit, and they managed to take him down. The entirety of Laos was ready to intervene with this rotation.
It's a plenty of things that has been done by the side of Lao. They're using the Rolling Thunder, Flaming Lasso, but they got the mid laner. They got Mikoto at this particular moment, and they are no one coming from the side of Lao is being picked up at that kind of point. So I think it's a very, very decent and also great move even coming from the side of Lao, picking up the Amber Spirit. Because even the Amber Spirit right now, the net was actually pretty huge. If you can slow it down, you can try to make your tempo for Jackie to be able to secure the item that he needs. It's going to be like so much better. Because Jackie, he really needs, at least from this kind of movement that can be done by Indonesia, BKB is a must thing to do.
Yeah, and then one thing that I noticed, they're still not evolving the Drow Ranger into their fight, so she keeps on farming because eventually she will be the one standing on the sidelines with the barrage of arrows into the arena. So they're keeping her on the side, and the fact that they're allowing Laos to have these small advantages, for creating space. It's not a very high price to pay just yet. So more pressure on the bottom tower. The spear manages to connect, but we have Akito with the Vendetta coming forth. The charge goes in, and they take down Mars. Very easy. He gets punished for his push towards the tower. They want to get Disruptor here as well. Whitemon, but he manages to get the coils up, and we have Mikoto here coming with the damage, taking down BB and Akito. Min tries to run away. That they don't have nothing to stop that, but it's a 2-1. Mars fell in this entire situation, but they took down the mid player and Nyx Assassin. So now the tower is completely open for the taken.
Yeah, but sadly Whitemon didn't really see the position coming to the side of this Spirit Breaker. If he do, there is still a glimpse though on his hand, so he's still going to be able to put it back and canceling TB coming from the side of Team Lao. But Mikoto getting the kills there and getting 2 kills particularly towards the Pangolier in the bottom lane is actually a very good revenge, and Rimochel is also there. So I think like it's a very huge moment to the side of Team Indonesia despite from Team Lao. If they are able to give more space for the Shadow Fiend, because look at that one, he's catching up with a lot of things right now.
Slowly but surely, but in the top lane, they've managed to find him very easily. Joe Cam bringing him back, but there's the lockdown from the Nevermind. They've managed to get Joe Cam down. Mikoto still here, running around. He has, he really wanted to get in for the kill, but he's not, overdoing that thing, because as we said earlier, these both teams are looking for mistakes. If you make a mistake, the other team is going to use it instantly. So it's mind games and super tactics, going on. It's going to be really fun. They're eyeing on Mikoto, but he manages to run away before the charge sets in. I think they're still chasing him. Yeah, they're still chasing for him, but now they're going to cancel out. They don't know what's going on the other side. No vision.
Yeah, it's too deep inside of the jungle of Team Indonesia. They don't want to take the risk over that one. So yeah, it's going to be handled by the side of Team Indonesia so far. But yeah, just like what you mentioned, I do agree that it's very mind games from both of the sides, and it depends on how they are going to be able to open up a situation. If they are going to be doing...
but mid lane, yeah, we have a situation going on. Whitemon manages to get 2 people within the coils, and Dreamcell is getting into the action with a mega kill and a double kill streak. So we have this raid boss, Drow Ranger, building up slowly but surely.
That's right. I mean, the Hurricane Pike is that particular lane.
They find Akito, connecting with the jump. He missed the spear, but Mikoto's here with the damage. He's under the ward. Vendetta is not going to save you, my friend. Never mind, find them in the coils. He tries to create some distance, but there's the damage coming through from everybody. They finally managed to get him. Dream will sell. And then trying to save the situation, he charges in, brings Ember Spirit back under the tower.
But no, we can see Dreamcell is just very free over the heat that he's doing, especially towards BB at this particular moment. And BB is still able to go back, so I don't think they will try to...
but there's the glance. They managed to get 1 more kill. They finally managed to get Min. I think BB wanted to find somebody within the trees with Rolling Thunder, but eventually he realized that it's a 1v4 situation. So I'm just gonna back out. No, this is not for me.
And the vision with the Sentry actually is the one that's causing the trouble for the next assassin. It's not being able to go away even after using the Vendetta. But Dreamcell, with this kind of build that he's having already, the split arrow actually is just so painful. It's receiving really huge damage coming from the side of the Ranger. The Drow Ranger is just very free at this particular moment. With the 4 kills on his hand, I guess, it's pretty huge momentum right now from the side of Indonesia. They still want to boost the pressure back to the side of Team Lao. But
Team Lao are responding with the smoke gang. Even though they're 7 kills away from Team Indonesia, either they're trying to scout for a kill there, or they're trying to just to get as much information as they can from the opposing team. They need to, calm down right now, play a lot safer, because I think they realize at this point that Indonesia is bringing in the aggressive plays every chance they get. They have a super farm Drow Ranger. They have Ember Spirit also. Jackie's, getting there, but he needs time to refresh, and that's the one thing that is the drawback for Shadow Fiend. He needs a lot of time to recharge after he dies, so he cannot immediately jump back into a fight. They found Akito once again, walking under the wards.
Yeah.
Amazing job from Whitemon, getting
all
the vision.
Sentry, yeah.
You know what you're dealing with. You have a Nyx assassin going around, so you need to ward as much as possible to disable this guy from showing up. If you see him sneaking around, you can either pretend that he's not there so you can, get the element of surprise and take him down easily. But if you don't see him and you get impaled, most probably there's gonna be another thing coming.
But yeah, right now from the side of Team, they're opening up Arena of Blood, but never mind. Doing really good, playing dagger, wasting a skill here from the side of Indonesia, but
Mikoto running around the trees. Yeah, I think he found Nevermind over there. Jocam bringing in with the assistance, and they take down the Bad Rider pretty easily, opening up space towards the tower. BB is here, he wants to help out, but they're not really pushing. They're not giving force at all, so they're more focused on the other lanes, farming, helping Jackie get the advantage that he still needs. But I think the more time that they spend away from fights, it's going to be bad for them. Akito, they find him again, connecting with the spear. Yeah, it glimpses back into the lane, and that's Akito going down once more.
Well, I think from the side of Lao right now, they are not allowed to join the same concept of gameplay that can be brought by Indonesia at the moment. Right now, they want to do the war, because they know they have the potential over the leading of the net, where even the power coming from the side of the Disruptor, or maybe coming from the side of Marcy along with the Mars. While from the side of Lao, they are having, just like what you mentioned, the Shadow Fiend really needs more item. They really need more space.
Lin and White Moon are playing on the stairs, but they managed to find him going down the stairs. They don't manage to connect, but the glimpse is there to bring him back into the coils and securing another kill for Team Indonesia. Laos are losing their advantage slowly, which is not really a good sign. You know, you keep on giving space to these guys to take you down, but it's still game 1 out of 3, so they might have a response later on throughout the game. We're still in the 18th minute.
They still have the chance to win it, or they still also have the thing that Indonesia has, the combo that they can run with the Nyx Assassin, Bat Rider, Pangolier, even the Spirit Breaker. They just need one particular moment, because right now I do feel like Dota is also like about momentum. If you are having a really great momentum to even counter the movement, despite all of the network differences, it still can be turned back in one really great move right now.
Indonesia going in for the Roshan kill. No contest here from the side of Laos. But yeah, I mean, momentum is very important as much as patience is, because you really need to know when you will need to strike and use all... Oh, both teams going into the smoke. Laos do actually know there's a Roche kill going on. Akito trying to run away. Excellent Arena of Blood, but only getting one hero inside. Jackie, he wasted his Shadow Race. White Moon holding on to Min. Will they manage to get him? The damage is there, and one kill is secured while the rest of Laos are running away. They're not willing to contest this Roshan at all.
Because the requirement of Soul is actually far behind from the side of Jackie. They are unable to give the damage to the side of Indonesia. So I think Indonesia at this particular moment, without any Rolling Thunder along with the requirement of Soul, they will be securing over this Roshan. And it's actually very good Roshan in the hand of Team Indonesia. Dream Mochel might want to try play quite aggressively. We thought that actually he's playing really well with the Ranger, with the multi-shot happens, and also giving so much damage to the side of Team Lao, but with the Aegis?
Yeah, things are going to get a lot more disgusting. I mean, Drow Ranger already has the Hurricane Pie going on. I saw the Manta-style recipe, so the farm is there, it's happening, and it's really going to be difficult to take down the Drow Ranger as she keeps on getting farmed up. She has the Gust going on, she has the huge amount of damage. It's not looking very nice for Team Laos right now. They will need to build up their patience game. They will need to start finding these solo pickoffs, but both teams are keeping very, very tight. So you cannot find one loose player walking around and you know, slowly but surely get your advantage back up. They're pretty much on their side of the map where they have vision, where they're feeling pretty safe.
Yeah,
but Indonesia is not buying that. They would still want to keep on pushing. They still want to keep them as tight as possible.
Because they don't want to be picked off by the presence coming by this Nyx Assassin. Not even that, the Charge of Darkness is still going to be there whenever they are being popped. But I think from the side of Shadowpin, I saw that actually he's finishing off the BKB. It might be a momentum right there, because with the BKB on the hand of the Shadowpin, he might be having a better time than
Oof, that's a lot of range.
Yeah.
This is what Dreamocell and Drow want to have happening. They do have the Aegis. I think they want to bait out somebody to show up, but Laos are not buying them. They have a mission on their own. They're trying to get tier 3 tower, but Mikoto is there to intervene. They see BB, they see Jackie. We have White Moon rotating down bottom. The glimpse is there. Oh, but MYN, he's there to stop the Disruptor. He's doing so bad, but at the same time, we have the Blood of Arena getting 3 players inside Jackie. He's charging off the race, and he's not able to get him. The Drow Ranger is under pressure. He manages to run away in the very last moment. White Mon, yeah, they get traded off for Mon.
Oh, but there's no one that is on the spear from Mars just now. It's 142, and the one that is being picked out is actually an off-laner along with a support. It's still very good and very fast, actually, the backup that is been done from Team Indonesia into the bottom lane when Lao really want to take over that. You can see from the replay how is actually the glimpse that is helping to be inside of that to make this Spirit Breaker to not running away, and then the damage that is given, and also the BKB that is saving Jackie at that particular moment.
Jackie got away because of that BKB.
If they doesn't have it, it's not going to be safe for Jackie. That's why maybe this is a start of moment. Yeah, they are losing 2 members, but there is still plenty of chances later in the maybe in another 5 minutes that Jackie will try to drag down a lot of players from the side of Indonesia.
Yeah, but they secured the tower, so that's, you know, a bit more space for them to push out towards the lane. So it's a pretty balanced, you know, prize that both teams had played, but not only for the defense, but also for the offense. Jackie not dying in that fight is a huge advantage for Laos in this situation. However, you know, we saw the combo that we wanted to see. You know, the execution was there from Team Indonesia with the Arena of Blood and with the static field going on.
Yeah.
So it was there, but the BKBs popping out left and right. It will be time for Disruptors to start rushing that Scepter. The Yule Scepter should be finished, I think, by now, so they will be having, you know, these placements far easier at this point. But Indonesia, they're not taking a break. They're not taking a break to give them allows the chance to, you know, farm up, and they keep on pressing. So all Tier 1 and Tier 2 towers have been taken down, leaving only the Tier 3s and the, you know, the base itself.
I think they really want to go to the high ground at this particular moment. They still have the Aegis.
Oh, jumping up into the high ground. Joe Camp, he manages to find Akito, and they take him down easily. BB with the Rolling Thunder trying to create some space for his team. But no, Dream Sally is still dedicated. He really wants to take down that tower. Never mind, he's there, he's scouting.
They really got it.
Yeah, they want to get him. There's 40 more seconds on the Aegis.
They really want to force a war. They really want to force something, at least until this Aegis to be reclaimed. It's still 30 more seconds, so I think like it's still plenty of time for Primochal to actually doing something with the items, or maybe just try to retreat from the condition that is not on the upper hand anymore. I mean, like they already got a Tier 3 along with 1 ranks.
Almost 1 rank with the backdoor protection popping out. There's no more creeps going, so they really don't want to push, you know, more than they have to in these situations, you know, because at the end both sides are respecting each other, and the game could turn in a split of a second just because of one faulty mistake, and LAOS are taking the chance to go with the smoke to try to find a kill of their own. I think they scouted up Mars, but Indonesia is also responding with smoke. So let's see, will they manage to find something?
It's going to be very interesting because at this particular moment, Jackie
I think they found Jackie. Did they? Yeah, the ward now up. They know where Jackie is. Wami, he's seeing for the kill. Jumps in with the blink, but he gets him out of the arena. Pops the BKB, manages to teleport out.
Okay.
It was not that bad, actually. They're expending the time on the BKB. Less BKB time, less magical immunity, a lot more time for them to take them down. So it was not that bad of a trade-off. Never mind, Mikado manages to find him. That's a lot of damage still being rooted down. You're not getting away from that one, my friend. Mikado already on the wicked sick kill. Joe Cam with the BKB chasing down BB. They managed to find the Spirit Breaker within the coils. Who's next? Akito trying to run away with his Spike Carpus, but they root him down, take him back into the trees, and another kill for Dreamocell. Monster kill with the double kill. 23 against 6. This is a complete domination for Team Indonesia, not allowing LAOS to even get to double digits of the kill counts.
Oh my god, this is not looking good because actually from the Dreamocell, it's on the monster kill and the ability that he got. I think like the progress of the item is also showing a lot of things here. Even Jokam, despite that he's having so much problem maybe with the CC that is being brought by the side of Lao, but Rebound always giving the chance for the kill here in the head of Dreamocell. So it's a very good setup coming. And it's still 1 more minute to the side of Roshan, while for the side of Shadowwing, he's still aiming for the Silver Edge, which is still quite long to be honest, from the side of the Shadowwing itself. And from the Road Ranger, going maybe for the Bloodthrower or even going for the Daedalus is still a very good option.
We're also seeing a BKB being in the lineup, so even though it's still not necessary for Drow Ranger because she's standing on the sidelines, but in the meantime we have Wami with the BKB. Is there an arena going on? He has it, but he's not planning to use it because there's no follow-up damage. Min manages to find 2 people stunned. The Rolling Thunder manages to get a White Moon down. Dreamocell looking low, and Jackie is with the double kill. Joe Cam not looking well. Oh, that was a very late BKB, and this is LAOS using the mistake for Team Indonesia. Mikoto trying to run away using all the remnants that he has, but he manages to get the space, fills up the bottle with a very nice bounty rune, and that's 4 losses for Team Indonesia. LAOS finally getting into solid 10 kills. But I really
3 kills for the hand of Jackie. It's a triple kill. We can see it from the replay. How is actually the setup that is being brought. And the position coming from the Dreamocell is just like not in the really good start because the Charge of Darkness that is being brought by the Spirit Breaker, and Jackie just used the BKB. I was mentioning before that this is only a moment from the side of Team Lao to actually show something, and Jackie did it. Jackie he did with the raise and with the Even he's not using the requirement of salt in the
I was
particular
gonna say
moment.
the same thing. Like he only right-clicked throughout the entire situation. He just walked in with 3 kills, right-click, everybody, popped the BKB just to make sure everything is fine. I'm gonna keep Requiem souls for later. You know, want to keep the soul still in me.
Yeah.
And going on. But yeah, this was the first fight that Team Laos had the chance to win, giving them some advantage, forcing Indonesia to pull back into their forest and, you know, try to regain their senses, allowing Jackie to actually top the net worth
At the moment.
Yeah.
Because it was like 10,000, almost 11,000 net worth in the hand of Indonesia, but it's swinging to the side of Team Lao by 6,000 so far right now. So one particular war is actually giving so much to the hand of Team Lao, and the pressure and that can be brought back to the side of Indonesia. Now Indonesia really going to be worried about the damage that is given from the side of State of In. So they will be trying so hard to focus on the Jackie, while the rest of the player might be very free. And the distraction that can be given, it's plenty. That's the case, it's plenty. That's why BKB might be a thing here. And Trimocha is aiming at that one at this particular moment.
Which reminds me, we started talking about Marcy earlier and about the lack of items that hero has been having, but the prioritization of BKB in the situation has very much given into the team fights, because in this case we're not seeing a carry Marcy, we're seeing a very support Marcy, which, you know, needs to survive throughout the fight to bring other players on the other side and, you know, provide the kills for Dreamo Cell?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because I'm not really sure how to pronounce because you're saying one pronunciation, but it's all right.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm learning. This is my first time here, so.
No, you're doing really great job so far, by actually.
I mean, you're doing amazing. So you're my guru in this situation.
We are girls' power.
Yeah, some appreciation here going on. But yeah.
Based on this moment, I think like it's 29 minutes inside of the game, and just like what Wildman do before, they really need a vision as much as they can to see how is the progress coming from the side of Nyx Assassin, because Vendetta, once again, can deal a lot of movement for the side of Lao.
Yeah, we have them walking around with the smoke bomb. They know the Roshan is back up, so we're going to have a new contest. Jokem and Wami are there. They're eyeing out on the other players. The smoke still hasn't popped, so they don't know what's going on, but he manages to find the Makito with the Impale, manages to get the Mars. Jokem is here to intervene, and Nyx is going down. An excellent arena catching 3 heroes. Jokem is going down in the situation, but
Jackie is
2-1 so far, and Dreamo Cell is there with the damage, popping Jackie. And then we have the Bad Rider. Yeah, triple kill for Dreamo Cell. Only Pangolier stays alive, and that's a through Roshan right there, my friends.
Oh my god. This is a huge battle again from Indonesia. I don't know what is actually happening, but I think like the particular moment from the Vendetta and then Whitemon directly using the static storm, I think that particular moment is just stopping to the side of Team Lao. They are unable to actually follow up a lot of stuff after that.
Yeah. I mean, they had the upper hand in the situation because I think the Team Laos revealed themselves too early, not realizing that the entire Indonesian team was eyeing them from the top of the stairs. It's like, okay, we're waiting for you, please show up. If one shows up, we'll know that the rest are over there. So the Disruptor was there ready with the coils, with the arena, popping everything all together, executing a brilliant fight and allowing Dream Cell to get 3 kills, and now with double damage in his bottle with the Aegis.
Yeah.
He's gonna be pretty scary, and this is gonna be an opportunity for Indonesia to keep on pushing towards the fight. Ember Spirit already I think they saw the Scepter on him already, so that makes him a lot more difficult to take down. So
with the remnants that he's having. And you see that actually the double damage runes in the hand of Bata, in the hand of Draw Ranger.
Oh,
so he have the Aegis of Immortal. He have everything on his hand along with the double damage. I don't know, like so far, I saw that the damage coming from Dreamo Cell is just like very, very huge.
Yeah, now it's gonna be doubled.
No,
it's already huge, now it's gonna be double huge. I mean, Drow is looking very scary, already popping DD, want to take down the towers that he started earlier. So that's one set of barracks going down pretty slow. I mean, pretty fast actually with the double damage. Pretty easy.
Very fast. And Lincoln Spear is the one that actually being finished in the hand of Dreamo Cell. He doesn't want to be lassoed by this Bad Rider. It's a preventive move here, or even Charge of Darkness.
Yeah, but they already bursted that Lincoln Spear, grabbing her up on the high ground. But the Aegis is still there. The fight is not lost. Wami is waiting for the arena. They managed to get Jackie with the Requiem of Souls. Manages to get the Drow Ranger just in time. But we have an instant buyback from the Nyx Assassin. There's a huge fight going on. 2 buybacks! Oh my god, and we have a pause. There's a freeze from Dreamcell. Oh my god, Joe Kim actually, this is so unfortunate.
Clean.
Oh my god, yeah, that was a huge damage going on. And it was quite unfortunate, like it really started to kick in.
It's a triple kill he had of this Amber Spirit actually, and it's just like, we don't have any Dreamo Child on that particular moment because Dreamo Child is the main target coming from the side of Team Lao. They're focusing over that with the Nyx Assassin, even the Bat Rider focusing on him. Everything is focused on that. But Mikoto is free. This is the thing about...
Yeah. There's a second source of damage going on. You may take down Dreamo Child in the entire situation, but he's not the only one, my friends. There's another guy with a lot of damage going on and with the cleaves everywhere and with the Slay Fist. So it's easy for him. I mean, for like when one hero falls down, there's another one to take his spot. Unfortunately, that is not present on Team LAOS so far. But I've seen Jackie is the only source of damage that they have viable for this at this point of the game.
Oh, that is still a very, even at that particular moment, I think I saw the remnant from the side of this Amber Spirit that is still aiming for the player from the side of Team Lao. So we still don't know what is actually going to happen in the big war later, because it's still like very tough situation. They might still get another thing, but the double buyback coming from the side of Bat Rider, I think along with the Spirit Breaker, actually is a very huge stuff.
Yeah, it's a huge cost to play, but they're defending the base at this point. So Indonesia is knocking on the door of Laos. It was very, you know, the pause, like the fight was getting so great
and getting so close.
It's getting very heated up, man. They're bringing fire to the Earth stage. And this is getting very, very difficult for both teams. I mean, for Laos especially, but still, we're looking at game one. They will have the chance to bounce back if necessary. They might be giving them some time, you know, to give them the false sense of advantage, to allow them to use the rest of the forces, the rest of the power that they have for the day. Because it is their first match, as far as I recall, for Team Laos.
For today, it is their first match after witnessing the gameplay from Team Indonesia. But Indonesia, just like what you mentioned, I think in the early situation, like they're already heat up because of the warm up because of the previous match going against Team Thailand, and now going for this second game. I think like from the side of Team Lao, they still have plenty of chances to win this game. They still have ways to do it, especially coming from the Shadow Fiend. If the Shadow Fiend focusing over more damage item later on, maybe Hurricane Pike and also the Satanic, it's going to be very good. Yeah, I think it's going to be very good because so far, I think like from the side of Team Indonesia, they're giving so much damage along with a lot of CC. But if Shadow Fiend able to sustain longer,
and that's the difficulty. Like Shadow Fiend does deal a lot of damage, but he's like a short-range sniper. Because if you manage to get to him, he's really squishy to take down. So BKB is the only thing that's keeping him alive. He will need to find another alternative to keep him throughout the team fight. And still, until we get the Bat Rider fully active in the team fights, he will be the only source of damage that Team Laos will have throughout the team fight. So they really need to be careful of how they play out these next couple of seconds, I think. Because if they punish Indonesia for their aggression towards the base, they would be having another chance to fight back. If not, it's gonna be GG in like a couple of minutes. So
they're gonna be using all of the resources that they have at this particular moment to hold up the situation. Because back again, just like what is being mentioned by base defender here, it's still very tough situation for Lao, but also still have a way to do it, especially if the next, along with Pangoli, are able to do something to the side of Indonesia. But we are still waiting here, guys, ladies and gentlemen, for this game, and we are jumping to the game.
Yeah, we're back, and the fight keeps on going. We have Mikoto with the Godlike and the Ultra Kill, never mind. We have 3 buybacks, no, and 1 dieback on the side of Indonesia, but they're deciding to withdraw from this fight. Well, it's enough, it's enough. They've brought the statement, Wami. Yes, he manages to TP away, forcing 3 buybacks on the side of Laos.
And a dieback in the Nyx Assassin side. It's a sad thing that happened to the side of Team Lao, but at least they're still able to defend the high ground right now.
They defended.
Yeah,
the tier 3
because
is
it's
still
a base
there.
defender as well.
But
yeah, we can see from the replay how is the setup going on. Like Mikoto able to secure the ultra kill right there.
That's a lot of damage from this guy. Yeah, he's doing what Ember Spirit does, but at this point they couldn't really push far more than they could have. the tier 3, no creeps going around. So as we keep on saying, like, you know, they're not giving them the chance to overdo the fights.
Yeah.
And to force out Mikoto, managing to find Min here, connecting with the spear into the trees, and that's a godlike skill, godlike streak still going on for Mikoto with a 14-1 KD at this point. So he only died once.
He only died once with 14 on his hand, and with the Aghanim Scepter actually is just like helping so much for this Mikoto to be more aggressive and even crazier. And the butterfly is the one that is being finished by the side of Shadowfin. I do agree, it's a very good item actually.
Oh, they managed to find the disruptor.
Fabric.
One key. Oh, but he manages to pop the Yule Scepter just in time. They blast out the Mars, bringing him up onto the high ground, but Jokam is there to defeat him. The fear pushes him away, which actually brings him back to safety. Jokam looking low, and the Arena of Blood is there, getting Jackie inside. They're taking down Akito. Nevermind is down next. Jackie forcing Mikado out of the base, but here's Dreamo Chell doing a lot of damage, but still not enough. Doesn't manage to find Jackie, but that was a huge kill for the Pangolier 3-3 right now. He's on a dieback, which is that's the very huge price to pay. Dreamo Chell now keep on forcing the tower from the bottom. No backdoor protection to go with, so he can actually, if he wants, he can go for a second rack of barracks, but I don't think he's gonna abuse that opportunity.
Oh, from Dreamo Chell, a dieback to the side of this Pangolier is just so heavy, but Jackie!
Yeah, Jackie, they managed to find him very easily, and there's the damage. Moon up next. You're trying to run away? No, you're not.
It's just
4 guys missing. Only one remains, the Bad Rider.
Without any buyback coming from the side of Bad Rider or even Assassin later if they are being picked off. So from the side of Indonesia, they just want to force everything at this particular moment. They are going for the high ground. They're aiming for that.
Not allowing them to have the tier 3, trying to put pressure on Mikoto as much as he can while the rest of his teammates are dead, but Dreamo Chell doesn't care. He wants to go for the mega creeps. Akito. Yeah, this is big. With 3 players out of the game, only 2 to defend. Bad Rider is still pushing out the lanes as much as he can, but Indonesia now with the mega creeps.
And they're aiming for the 4 tower. It might be GG here, but it's still 30 seconds for the Pangolier along with the Shadowfin, and they're still aiming for that one.
Yeah, 3 heroes being up. One very much far up into the lane. I don't know how they're going to respond. They're not really responding to the situation. They're allowing them to have one tier 4 tower, the other one being on half.
They really want Shadowfin to join the war later with the requirement of soul, but look at
5 more
Indonesia.
seconds. They don't even have a glyph going on. Dreamo Chell, 1. Okay, there's here. Jackie's here, ready for the situation. Akito jumps in with the Carpus, but they take him down very easily. Lasso onto the Ember Spirit, but the Arena response is very fast from the Mars. They continue with the damage. No use for the BKBs, my friend. Dreamo Chell is here with a lot of damage. The room is open. They're taking it down. And Indonesia takes game 1 against Lao.
A GG is called here after a very tough situation to the side of Team Lao. They are unable to even recover from the side. I think that the dieback from the side of Pangolier is the one that's stopping the movement coming from Lao, because it's 2 minutes, it's 120 seconds for Pangolier to get back to the game while the Dreamo Chell just happily doing a lot of multi-shots.
Yeah, that's pretty easy because you need to mind your fights and rotate them around that 2-minute mark, which is a very long cooldown for you to reset and go get your forces all together and go back into the fight. Well, Dreamo Chell didn't have that issue. Jackie did have that issue. He needed to recharge every single time. So Laos really need to rethink the strategy that they're going with into the next game. Because with these high cooldowns and with these high costing spells, they're not going to be, you know, fully effective into their team fights. But nonetheless, they were resilient, they were persistent, they were trying to find these openings against Indonesia.
But we will see the highlight here from this particular game. I don't feel like in the early situation, it's still like a back and forth moment coming from Lao and Indonesia. Sometimes they got a kill, sometimes they got a moment. And that is of one particular moment, I think from the side of Team Lao, when they have like requirement soul with a kill, not even requirement soul, it's a triple kill in the hand of Jackie without using the requirement soul, which is a very good turn back of the table right there.
Yeah. They keep on being super coordinated. They always wanted to have all cooldowns present. They really wanted to control the fights even before they even started with all of these wonderful rotations, takedowns, pickoffs. You know, they are really warmed up for today. They already know how to synchronize perfectly and take these fights very easily. LAOS was not ready for this. I mean, and hopefully in the next game they will need to rethink their draft a lot better. You know, to be more effective, to be dealing a lot more damage.
I think this is the only particular moment that is really good from the side of LAO. LAO is just like doing a really great job, and it's just like showing a really good potential from the side of Team LAO. But after that one, they are taking down Jackie, they are taking down everyone, especially from the damage coming from the DreamHotel side. So it's actually very painful. Look at the multi-shot. It's triple kill to the side of Indonesia.
Yeah, that amazing cone damage. You know, it's gonna get everybody everywhere, no matter where you're high ground, wherever you're hiding. If the arrow hits you, you're done for. And you know, the one thing that I really noticed right now, Team LAOS didn't have a lot of disables going on. They didn't have the takedowns that they needed because, as we said earlier during the draft, both teams have very similar strategies, and Indonesia did manage to take the heroes that they needed to make all things work. Whereas LAOS really needed to improvise this entire situation. They had the Nyx going on, which was pretty, you know, annoying throughout most of the situations, but, you know, the heroes didn't scale up that well. They didn't have the opportunities they needed to farm. They always had to be involved in the team fights,
and I think it's also
perfect
because
for Indonesia.
And it's also maybe coming from the side of Whitemon. You mentioned it in the early game, right? Like how great Whitemon doing a lot with the sentry and everything that he's doing to give the vision for Indonesia.
Yeah, they came prepared. They came prepared. They didn't want the Nyx Assassins going on, the Nyx Assassin surprises going on. So, yeah, they came prepared, and they knew what they were up against. They knew who were their main targets, and they narrowed their chances down as much as they could. And
it's just
the
so
rest
crazy.
is history.
It is. But yeah, we will see. Who do you think will be the MVP for this one before we're revealing it?
I think Whitemon. I think Whitemon is gonna be. Oh, but no, it's the Ember Spirit. It's Mikoto. Yeah, with the 16, 118 KDA, 227 last hits, amazing build. He managed to get almost everything. Like he didn't scale up the Mjolnir, but you know, that was the damage. He was there. He was present. He was all there for his team, securing the kills, doing that amazing cleave damage. So this was completely deserved. Even though I'm completely biased, I believe the supports are the true carries in the situation, but this was amazing with that beautiful triple kill on the high ground.
But I do understand though, it's a big shout out for Whitemon. Actually, without the setup that is brought by Whitemon, I don't think like Mikoto and also DreamHotel won't have that kind of movement. So yeah, a big shout out for Whitemon right there.
With 0533.
Yeah, 33. It's a huge number actually, with all of the kills that is being done by both of the sides. But DreamHotel with 17 on his hand, Mikoto with 16. We can see how many times this Akito with the Nyx Assassin being picked off. They are initiating a lot of times, but unable to finish it.
Yeah, they picked up fights that they thought they would, you know, they're trying to find more adaptive strategies because we've seen what they play. We've seen what they're comfortable with. Now is the time when the magic happens. And yeah, we're starting off pretty much similar to the previous game. We have the bans for Tiny, Mirana, Lina, and Tusk. And the first pick, once again, for Team Indonesia is Mars, followed up with 2 picks of Skywrath Mage and Ember Spirit on the side of LAOS. So they want to get the taste, they want to give Indonesia the taste of their own medicine with that Ember Spirit pick.
Yeah, but I think like it's actually really good pick along with the Sky. It's a very good combo again, right? And hello everyone!
Hi guys!
Who are you guys cheering for? Is it Indonesia or LAO?
Indonesia, yeah. Local support, give it up for your guys. Shout, shout, you got this. Yay. Wonderful.
It is. The supporters coming by and give the support for the Indonesian team at particular moment. But yeah, back to the draft. I do feel like these two heroes coming from the side of LAO, they have like a lot of pick-off potential with the Mystic Flare, with the Searing Chain coming from the Ember. It's practically enough for the setup. But again,
they're playing it. They're playing the same combination after all. You know, this was the winning combination throughout the entire game. Even though Ember Spirit was the huge damage dealer throughout the fights, these guys provided the great setup, you know, to make that possible. And so this is safe, this is okay, and this works. It hasn't been banned yet, so you know, why not use it? It has worked before, it's gonna work again. So what is gonna be LAOS's answer to this? You said they have Ember Spirit, they have Skywrath Mage, they have the lockdown and the damage going on, which is gonna, kickstart after Skywrath gets level 6. But I'm really scared about, Skywrath, because afterwards, depending on the position that they're gonna be playing, he's not gonna be that effective eventually. So I think maybe LAOS will be going for the early game win. We'll see how it's gonna be going so far, but it's still only 2 picks. We have once again the Naga band, the Nature's Prophet.
A lot of actually respected hero here with the Naga Life Stealer along with the Nature's Prophet directly going to the side of Lao and the Shadow Fiend along with Outward Devourer. This is 4 heroes for the side of Mikoto. Well, for the side of Indonesia, it's a lot of hero for BB along with Jackie right there. But what is going to be the pick here? After seeing the Marcy, I think the setup coming again from the side of Lao. If they're able to play early aggressive and pick off potential coming from the side of Lao is just too huge.
Yeah, I assume they're gonna be trying to get those early game kills as much as possible. They are adopting Indonesia's strategy from the previous game, but they're having their additions of their own to create these new synergies. Hi guys, you guys are having fun? Enjoying some Dota? Who are you voting for? Who's your favorite team?
Who is your favorite team?
Lao or Indonesia?
Lao?
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Okay. So far, two people are for Indonesia. So as I was saying, they're adopting the Indonesian strategy, but they're adding their additions of their own. So we'll see how they synergize, how they manage to complete this draft. I really do hope that they bring in the big guns this time. We've already warmed up. We know what you're playing. It's our time to shine.
Yeah. Picking over the cheesy strats that can be brought here from the side of Lao. And maybe dragging this game for the 3rd game, because definitely from the side of Team Lao, they still want to go and aim for the win here for the 2nd game. Esports Indonesia.
And a little Pepe over there. Yay.
Spam.
Yeah.
Pogies.
Pogers, yeah.
Pogers.
What's up, guys? You doing well?
Enjoying Dota? Yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot of hype though, but they're just happy. They're just processing everything that's going through.
They're just enjoying that moment. I mean, like chill nearby the beach and everything, enjoying our stage.
Of course. I mean, I was almost ready to fall asleep the other day just because the entire surrounding was getting to me. The air, the sun, the saltwater air and stuff like that. It's it's so mesmerizing. And you're watching your favorite game on the other side, and you're just like, okay, this is heaven. I might be warm, but this is actually great for me. And we have Hoodwink and Broodmother on the side of Indonesia, which is...
Friend zone. Friend zone.
Hey, guys.
Friend zone. Do it one more time, please. One more time. Friend zone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, she's changed her mind. No, he changed his mind. Oh, my God. Wait. Okay. We're going to settle that score later. We have Hinya there. I actually recognize you. Hi. You're doing good. Cheers. Thank you for being here. Means a lot.
Oh,
we're going for
0.
2-0, huh?
Believe into 0. That's what Zakut say at this particular moment.
Yeah.
What that? Faceless scary? Is that right? What I'm reading?
Radiant team.
They were asking about that, but
okay. I mean, Faceless Void has been a huge impact for games because if you don't, they already have. Indonesia has the setup for the team fights. It could look well on LAOS's team, but at this point they don't have, aside from the Skywrath Mage, they don't have a range damage hero. They picked Primal Beast, which is super tanky and super aggressive, but they still, aside from, Ember Spirit and Skywrath Mage, I think they do need one more damage hero. And here's more support for Indonesia.
Hello.
What's up, guys? You're doing good? Yeah. Huge hype. Huge hype.
It's a lot of supporter for Indonesian team, but I wonder, base defender, if you can see there is a Mars Disruptor, Hoodwinks along with the Brute Mother. So is it going to be a Mars mid lane coming from the side of Indonesia? Or maybe Brute that is going somewhere else?
I mean, it feels like Brood is more appropriate for that role, but they can do the good old switcheroo and not be really play off with their opponents a lot easier. So we could be seeing a Mars. There is Broodmother. The one thing that I'm scared of right now with Indonesia's last ban, they haven't banned Earth Shaker. So I think that would be their counterpoint. Teamless carry and boss.
It means that because Dream Hotel doesn't have any team at this particular moment.
Ah, okay. So
he just streams, so it's a teamless carry.
I mean, he's a free agent,
You're a
so
free agent,
eventually
yeah.
he could be enjoying that. I mean, you could have fun playing Dota without, forcing to be in a team. So the final bans are Monkey King and Morphling, following with the last pick from Indonesia. 20 seconds remaining and 13 on the reserve. Once again, both teams are focusing a lot on how are they gonna complete their drafts.
They're really taking their time. They are very cautious about what is the purpose of the hero that they are picking. So they don't want to put a very bad impact at the draft that they're having. So maybe a
And
Faceless
there's the
Void.
Faceless Void. The guys wanted to see it, and they got it. Faceless Void is the final hero, and Pudge is on the other side of Lao, which is a huge, very fast response. They knew what they were gonna be getting, so every single time there's a chrono, this guy will be ready to hookshot somebody out. It's like, no, you're not taking him that easily, my friend.
So the Pudge will be actually having so much impact inside of the Chronosphere against a Chronosphere later, especially with the hook later coming to the side of Team Indonesia, or even maybe dismember it to the side of Faceless Void. So it might be a huge trouble if Indonesia unable to put a really great momentum. But Lao, I think we're gonna pick off potential with the Primal Beast, Marcy, Sky Red Mage along with the Amber Spirit. They have like tons of options that they can do and use with the resources over the skill on their side. So I'm gonna see what kind of things that Lao will try to do. Hopefully with this kind of draft, they are not gonna play passive just like the previous game.
Yeah.
Because the previous game, they are having a really aggressive kind of draft, but they are not able to play aggressive.
Yeah, they were not utilizing their draft to their maximum, so they didn't start off their goals at the right time, which Indonesia took advantage of very, very early in the game. It kept on growing and kept on growing towards the Laos' disadvantage. So eventually, now they will need to rethink their strategy. They will need to be the aggressors in the situation if they want to continue towards Game 3. But honestly, there's a lot of dynamic heroes here, and I do believe it's going to be, in a way, a game of throws. So they're going to be, you're going to have the hook shots, you're going to have the glimpses, you're going to have Marcy, you're going to have Primal Beast taking people down and pummeling them down to the ground. So we're going to see a lot of heroes flying around everywhere. And I think it's going to be pretty, pretty fun.
It is. It is going to be super fun inside of this game. I really want to see how they're going to be able to execute the draft that they are having. But yeah, we will just witness. This is the second game between Lao versus Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen,
let's hear some hype!
Woo! Don't forget to cheer up for your favorite team as well. The one who is actually watching from the stream, give the hashtag in the comment section below along with the flag of the country that you are supporting for.
Yeah, so we have both teams starting off. Well, we have Laos starting off with a smoke once again, going towards the bottom of the river, trying to get those kills very early. Now we have Jackie on the Pudge. So this is gonna be very, very fun to watch. She's not gonna be having those issues of needing to recharge once again for such a long time. The only thing that they will need to rotate around is Dismember, but they found the Hoodwink. Jocam is in danger, going down pretty low, and the first kill goes for Laos. Dream would sell, trying to body block, being body blocked by Mint. Hookshot misses, unfortunately, so that's one kill so far, taking down the support of Indonesia.
Wow.
40 seconds before the timer hits.
And the trample that is being picked by the side of Primal Beast, just because there is several players coming from the side of Indonesia. They still want to fight over the bounty though.
Yeah, they're still trying to get more kills. I mean, Min trying to body block Dreamo Cell as much as he can. You're not giving up that easily, pushing before even the timer starts,
Yeah.
They want to push as much as they can, and Mikoto with that fancy dance moves already starting with the party. He's feeling a bit confident as it seems. Scout, he sees, never mind, trying to get over the bounty. One more second until it spawns, and boop, he gets the bounty. Will he try to chase more? Nah, he got up the stairs, so...
It's going to be 3 bounties to the side of Indonesia, despite Lao getting the first blood on their hand before. So I think it's still a pretty balanced situation coming from both of the sides. And it's going to be Mars mid lane going against Amber Spirit. I think the Spear will be having up a lot of maybe momentum for the side of Indonesia, maybe with the Arena of Blood later as well, to actually locking out of BB. And we can see from the draft from Laos that actually they want to give the space for BB as much as they can, the Varm as well. That's why they are picking over the Punch. The carry that it's not too greedy to get over the farm in the game, it's especially to go into the late game.
He just needs another hero to secure, the hook shot. Even though, I assume that missing hook shots will be, this one chance that he didn't get. He's gonna be able to hook shot afterwards, to secure the kill and then to just keep on building up his passive. He can be this huge, chunky boy running around and picking up everybody. Mikoto is going for a lot more safer build. He's not going for the spear just yet because he doesn't have yet the way to connect it with. There's no trees in the surroundings, so he needs to build up with the tankiness. More damage going on, take away as much of the last hits he can from Ember Spirit.
It's much more wise though. In terms of farming, I think like if he's taking the second and third skill, it's gonna be so much better as well. Because like for the spear, it's good for setup. But for farming, I think like going against the Ember Spirit with the shield along with
the Bulwark.
Yeah. It's gonna be like so much better.
Jackie, he's in danger. They managed to get him, but they're not going under the tower. Min is in danger. On the bottom side, we have Akito going down in a trade-off for Whitemon. So we have support for support here.
Yeah. Very balanced pick-off though. It's still one to another, but the one who gets the kill is actually never mind. So on laner, the one who gets the kill. Following up here from the side of Remosel, I think like Remosel needs to be very cautious about the presence that can be brought by the side of Team Lao. The rebound along with later, maybe even the right click coming from the side of Akito, it's actually very painful to the side of Remosel. Despite that he's still going to be having the time walk, but the silence, if he is getting caught in the silence over the Skyrat Mage.
Yeah, that's going to be very, very difficult to circumvent. Oh, Mikoto chasing BB. No, but he used the Fairy Fire, managed to get away from that one. But yeah, as you were saying, Void's life is going to be pretty difficult with the Skywrath Mage, constantly silencing him, forcing him to slow down. So it's not going to be very easy, and they will need to focus on this Faceless Void to get farmed as much as possible because he will be, the key component of their team fights. And if he doesn't deal the damage within the Chronosphere that they need,
it's going to be hard.
It's going to be really hard. And, Broodmother is not going to be able to reach. They will be able to continue the setup with the arenas and with the coils from Disruptor, but,
I think like later, the one who actually going to be helping Fastest Void, it's going to be coming from the side of Disruptor, along with the Hoodwing that has been brought to the game right now in the second game. And the Hoodwing, so far, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be used by Jocam. And Jocam using the Hoodwing is just like doing really, really great job. And it's showing a really great potential coming from the side of this Hoodwing itself. Well, for the Whitemon, we can see from the first game how he's using the Static Storm. It's the same concept along with the Mars later with Arena of Blood. So yeah, we'll just see how is the setup that is going to be brought by Team Indonesia. Well, for the side of Team Lao.
Oh, mid. Once again, we have a lot of aggression between the mid players, Mikoto and BB, both dropping down, but we have rotation from Akito, forcing away the mid player away from his lane. Yeah. He doesn't want to give him the upper hand. Mikoto manages to fill up his battle. Now he has the spear available, but without a support from any of his team players, it's not very easy to get more aggressive into this. I really wanted to commentate on Hoodwink and that hero, how fun it is, and we're going towards him. Jackie being in danger. And we end stomping on the ground, trying to find for the kill. Jackie going pretty low, and he goes down.
Oh my god. This is a huge kill, actually, because it's the carry that is being picked off at the bottom lane.
Marcy, never mind. Taking from...
The glimpse?
Yeah, there's the glimpse. I think it was redundant, but it was there. You want to secure these early game kills very easily.
Yeah, you just want to secure the kill as much as possible. When we know that actually it's supposed to be on the time of on the team Laos potential, but again, if we are talking about Glimpse is just a very huge skill. Whenever you want to escape, you're just going to be dragged down back.
Yeah, it's like you're running away very, very far away, and it's like, okay, no, you come back. Here you go, free kill. Take it away, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's very disgusting, but I love it. Here it goes again. Akito being glimpsed back. Nevermind trying to save the situation, but he's getting pretty low. Dream will sell. He was silenced. I don't think he has the jump back. He's forced to use the stick to stay alive. So they're not giving them the pleasure of getting this kill at all. They know that right now they're going to enforce the glimpse as much as possible, but as long as Nevermind is alive, he can save the situation, you know, and prevent the kills.
I think like right now from the side of Team Indonesia, they really want to secure Primal Beast as much as possible, because this Primal Beast is the one who can initiate to the backline and focusing even to the side of Team Indonesia, despite maybe...
Oh, the first arena is being used up. They find the Ember Spirit connecting with the tree, but he manages to remnant the way. They managed to get him at the edge of the coil, though. BB's in danger, no mana whatsoever. He's going low, but we have the Primal Disease there, stomping White Moon down to the ground, forcing Hoodwink Jokam to run away.
Oh, Jokam not in the really good position. He might be.
He's got the Acorn Shorn, he has the Shackle Shot, he's near a tree, he can use it if he wants to. Yeah, there it is, but he's silenced right now. Run away, little squirrel, you got this. You got this.
But I don't think that he will be safe for this. He's still looking for the neutral grip here and wants to go back, but the trample is being used by Mean, so yeah.
Yeah, but that took a lot of time, actually. You know, he was beating them around the trees for such a long time, you know. Keeping the players away from their lanes for so long during the early game is a huge disadvantage, and you have two on baiting you the entire time, so, you know,
it's an advantage.
I'm calling it worse.
That's right. It's an advantage actually for the side of this Brood Mother, because this Brood Mother is still able to hold up a lot, and even on the top of the list on the last hit here, it's 36, 37 even, trying to catch up with the Amber Spirit and even the Punch, but in the bottom lane...
Yeah, Nevermind being glimpsed back once again into the coils. He is full of mana. They're not going to fully devote on this kill because, you know, it's Marcy. She jumps away very easily.
Yeah, with the rebound and everything that he got, yeah, it's going to be very hard.
Yeah.
But even for BB, I mean, like, BB is still doing very good job in terms of farming. Wow, Mars is not as big as that one.
Oh, they're not giving up. They're going for Nevermind once again with the coils. They know Marcy's completely alone. Glimpse back is here, stunning with the bash. Perfectly timed, but they bring him back. Dreamo Cell, oh no, he's at the bad spot at the worst of times. Rotation from BB, Shackles, and he's done for. The aggression of Indonesia has been punished by Team LAOS.
I think like they're forcing it a little bit too much to the side of this Nevermind, but in the top lane,
Jackie, we have Jackie with the arena being held up, and now there's a free tower. Mikoto with the double damage. They're gonna keep on forcing, so it's one trade up for another.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty balanced in terms that they're taking carry over carry, but the movement from the side of Team Lao, it's because that there is no one to actually backing him up after going in the mid lane.
Oh yeah, we have Whispers, Dreamo Cell dropping up low, but he's under the tower, so he's feeling pretty safe. He has the Chronosphere available, so if they try to push him more, they're gonna get the ones who are gonna be punished.
Yeah, I think like from the Dreamo Cell side, I think like they really need items for him, because the damage, I think from the side of Team Indonesia, it's not enough yet to actually pick up somebody. Maybe if it's one person, it's going good. But if it's like a big Chronosphere, and they are aiming for the Amber or even Primal Beast, it's going to be pretty hard.
Oh, in the top lane, in the forest, they managed to find BB, but BB actually goes towards Jokam. Running low on mana, he decides to go back towards the Remnant. What you were saying, like, they don't have the damage within their players, but they do have all the spiders from Wami ever since he got to level 6, and now you have the power in numbers. You know, those little spiders walking around everywhere, which, I mean, aside from BB, they don't have any different way to take them down and from Prodigy's Rod, so... They're still lacking the damage to keep those little bugs under control. Oh, somebody is where he's not supposed to be. MYN going towards Whitemon, but he's stuck into the coil. Dreamo Cell, is he gonna go for the kill? Nevermind is here to support, and we have Mikoto here with the arena. Whitemon goes down, Nevermore putting a lot of pressure towards Mikoto. BB flying around, trying to get the kill. He gets Chrono down there, but Mikoto is actually gonna die within this fight. Dreamo Cell used the Chrono to save his life.
Oh, this is not looking good. Like one course and also one support from the side of Indonesia. He's being picked off, and even using the Chrono to get something, and maybe Jokam might be back as well. Look at that one. Yeah. That is the setup from Team Lao. They are maximizing the potential over the heroes. They are having on the draft, which is great for the side of Team Lao right now.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot more movement and a lot more response from Lao. Like, they woke up after game one, you know, they're warmed up now, they know what they're facing up against, so you're not giving Indonesia the pleasure to, you know, get the kills that they got in the early game previously. So they're forcing Indonesia to play a lot more defensively, but no, there's aggression now. We're seeing from Whitelong with the glimpse back into the static field. The silence is there, but BB, they don't manage to take him down. Hoodwink is gonna go down instead from MYN, but MYN is going down as well, so we have a 1v1 trade-off.
But it's still support versus support.
Yeah.
And they are saving Amber Spirit after using a lot of resources for that. Static Storm, Kinetic Belt. We see that actually they are aiming for...
BB getting to Whitemon, but Whitemon, the further you come to me, the further I'm gonna glimpse you away. Manages to create the space not to secure another kill.
Bye-bye, Amber.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Amber. And he's just going back that fast, coming to the side of Lao. But Lao, with 9 kills and also 1,000 net worth lead so far, they're having so much at this moment.
Oh, never mind. Trying to get Mikoto. We have Min trampling him away, and yeah. That was the animation got bugged a bit there. He went through the ground because he got him from the river, and then he was stomping him. He was pummeling him from the high ground. So that's a very fast rotation. Like, now they're aiming to get these kills. As long as Marcy picks up on something, Min is right there to respond very fast. And if Ember Spirit has a remnant in nearby, you know, they're gonna take him down easily.
And it's like the 3 times, I think, from the side of Mars to be picked off to the hand of Lao. They're always doing a rotation that is on their advantage, and now they might be aiming for more because there's the smoke that is going on right now.
They're seeing Dreamo Cell. They know that he's there. Come on.
They have the vision as well.
They're making sure that there's nobody. I see 3 people going back. They find Min with the Arena of Blood, so they're disabling this attack as fast as they can, but they managed to get Dreamo Cell, Akito, and I think it was...
I think it was with the Amber.
Yeah,
along
it was
with,
Amber.
Yeah, I think like with the steering chain and everything, even Mystic Flare. Yeah, Mystic Flare is being used, that's why.
Yeah.
There's no way from the Faceless way to be able to dodge that kind of hell, but Jackie, so far Jackie's just so free doing the farm that he needs. He's finishing off the Vanguard, maybe later with the Heart of Taras, like for the late game.
Yeah, Punch has been completely out of the light, out of the fights. In the meantime, all efforts have been focused towards taking down the Marcy. She's still silenced, and yes, they managed to get her in the last second, pummeling down the Brood Mother. Is she gonna run away? No, there's Jackie with the Dismember, securing one more kill for Laos. Jocam, he's on the high ground, but no, they managed to get him. 4 players have already rotated from the side of Laos. The tower is open with 2 kills down the line.
Oh, this is heavy for the side of Indonesia. Laos is the one that having everything on their hand. The objective gameplay that they are doing, the pick-up combination. Even Jackie that is coming in the last second after seeing the Primal Beast. Taking care of this Brood Mother and taking that kill is also like very huge moment, I guess, for the side of Team Lao. And Min...
Oh, glimpse back. They're finding the Primal Beast right there. They're charging up the shot, and he's broken, and he's dead. Finally, some team engagement from Team Indonesia. They're not losing their spirits, which is very, very good to see. But Laos, as I said, they're not allowing Indonesia to take the same advantage they had in the previous game. They want to be the one who are dictating the pace within these fights. You know, they're bringing the fights into them with the certainty they're going to take down at least 2 heroes at the most.
Yeah, and it's actually going really well. Yeah, Min is the one that's getting picked off, but Spear of Glory.
Yeah, Arena of Blood just for Jackie Boy. He's looking low. All hands on deck trying to take down the Punch, but he's way too tanky. They take down Wami instead with the Mystic Flare pummeling down the Mars. Mikoto is in danger. Whitemon being chased from BB trying to save. No, but he doesn't manage to. That's 3 secure kills for the cost of 1 for Team Laos. Once again, being extremely aggressive towards Indonesia.
Oh my god. Only 1 kill that they can take, and it's on the hand of Jocam. After like a very tanky patch, apparently in that kind of war, it was a static storm. We can see it from the replay, along with the movement coming from the marks that is focusing over this patch. But no, Mikoto and then Duraz is the one that is getting picked up, and even using so much things to focus on that. And it's a huge huge success here from the rotation coming from the side of Team Lao. And I think they will be doing what is Indonesian doing in the previous game. They will be like giving pressure non-stop, not giving them any chance to actually try to recover from this kind of situation.
Yeah, Indonesia needs to keep on building up on the damage because that's the department that they're lacking in right now. Laos has two extremely tanky heroes, that being Pudge, who keeps on getting all that strength, all that HP, and he's going to be very difficult to deal with later on in the game. And they have Primal Beast, so those two targets are going to be very difficult to take down. So the Void needs to start getting, more and more items to take down the situation. He's looking, not sure how his items are looking at right now.
Yeah, I mean, like the progress of the item is like quite fast here from the side of Pudge. I think like the Vanguard and then going for something more tanky right there for the Pudge itself. And even going maybe for the BKB because it's still going to be a very good one going against the Spear of Mars, maybe coming from the Hoodwink and even face-to-face as Void here.
Yeah, well, with only the point booster missing, we're looking at Jackie getting his Scepter, so that's going to be a lot more difficult situation to deal with. Once Pudge gets his Scepter, oh, nah, it's not looking pretty good. So we need a response from the boys from Indonesia right now. How are they going to respond to this guy? They're just dancing their way through this game at this point.
I think like from Indonesia, one moment is what they need. If they're able to secure maybe one kill here towards Amber in the middle of like the static storm or even a kinetic field to actually lock him up, it's going to be good. Because you know that actually from Lao, they're trying to bring up a lot of gold to the side of BB because they want BB to have the item that he needs because he already finishing off over the milestone, going for the AO Scepter to actually avoid the setup that can be brought by the Disruptor.
Yeah, he got the two basic items he needs to provide him with more and more farm. Like, as you said, he has the Maelstrom, he has the Orb of Corrosion going on, so he is now going to be able to focus a lot more on obtaining the currency, the economy he requires to get more items. I'm really curious what's going on the side of Faceless Void and on Broodmother, because Broodmother has the power in numbers, but still she's not delivering as much as we know that Broodmother can deliver.
I think like from the side of Indonesia, the thing that they can do at this particular moment is only like going for the push that they can get because they have Womi with the Broodmother, right? The potential over getting the tower and objective gaming is just like pretty huge here from the side of Womi itself. While Womi already finishing off over the Vladimir offering here for a better team fight later and the proper lifesteal even. And also going for the big BKB because he knows the rebound is there, the Primal Beast is there.
The Mystic Flare.
The Mystic Flare.
Yeah,
and
that's
not
a lot
forgetting,
of damage.
Not forgetting the Punch and also the Amber Spirit. So it's plenty of skills that can be dodged by the BKB. That's why they're aiming for that one. And
I'm really glad that both teams are like focusing on BKB. They're understanding the importance of this item because a lot of people do think that, if I can have the chance not to make a BKB, I'm gonna go for it. But BKB
because BKB
like,
doesn't have damage. That's what people saying.
I mean, that's 6 seconds of magic immunity that is gonna save your life.
But BKB is no damage.
Womi, he's getting pummeled down. They found the Broodmother all alone in the mid lane.
Yeah, the Brood Mama is gone, but they're getting it with a really good. I mean, like, never mind, along with mean movement, always like accomplish thing. Either one kill or maybe a setup for the other player from Lao to actually aim for that. But we see that actually from Lao right now, they just like, I want to play objective. Despite that we are having so much kill on our hand, like 17 on our hand, we still want to play objectively. We still want to be trying to aim for the Ancient. And they're going to be taking care of the outpost in the bottom side.
Yeah, and right now Laos has complete control of the lower part of the map, especially with taking down that, I keep on forgetting, I call it an observer tower for some reason. I don't know why. That's
the outpost?
Yeah, the outpost. Because observer, it's a huge observer for you with
the vision that you can get,
the invisible units that you can see. But yeah, Laos has complete control, completely disabling how much space the Void can have for farming. Void has been mostly in the upper dire jungle, now being forced back towards the Radiant. I'm not sure how they're holding on to the stacks. Oh, they find the big kill, both with the with the Static Storm and the Arena of Blood. They're taking down BB, forcing him towards the wall with the Spear, and that's a very good kill for Team Indonesia. Pushing back, never mind. Oh, he expanded his BKB, but here we have Wami putting a lot of pressure onto MYN with the Spiders. Will they connect? Nah, it's just a bit short, but this is the one kill that the Indonesians were looking for in this case, giving them some bit of, movement to move around.
And it's actually a very expensive kill because it's Amber Spirit, the one actually giving so much damage from the side of Lao, and they got it right inside of the arena, inside of the Static Storm, along with the Kinetic kill. They're going all in for that because they know they really need this kill. They are desperate for it. Even they're using the BKB to actually prevent the setup that can be brought by Nevermind along with Akito. Like 3 heroes to try defend that one, but
oh, we still have a fight going on. They're defending the top tower, Wami with a lot of pressure onto Akita. Oh, but the Primal Beast manages to block the shot, securing the life of his teammate.
The sharpshooter is not connected. Oh, but in the bottom lane!
BB finding Dreamo Cell, but he's able to jump away. Remnant's trying to follow him. He tries to juke around the trees, but no, there's a lot more damage going on. Mikoto with the arena trying to catch Nevermind. The kinetic kill is also there. Yeah, they managed to secure the kill eventually. It was slow. It was actually quite slow for Marcy. The damage is still not there.
The damage is still not there. I think like he still needs over the School Basher. I don't think like the Marcy already finishing in that one off. I think like
oh, they managed to get the hook shot, Jackie. Mikoto instantly activating the BKB. They stop the pummeling down with the static field. Yeah, JoeCam manages to stay alive, but they take down White Moth. Mikoto under the tower doesn't manage to survive at all. Wami, this is the last chance that he has some sort of damage, but look at the damage from the Ember Spirit taking down all of the spiders. That's a lot of gold for him.
Spider itself with the Maelstrom, actually it's enough to take all of the Spider links right there, and they are going to be going for the Roshan because it's 2 members down from the side of Team Indonesia. It's a Mars along with the Disruptor. I think like it's a lot of war happen, like it's on the different lane as well. And it's bringing so much thing, even for Jackie. Jackie right now, I think like it is the one that taking over this. I guess it's gonna be harder for the side of Team Indonesia because he's very tanky at this moment.
Yeah, he's insanely tanky right now. They give the Aegis to Jackie to survive a lot more throughout the team fights. We have the fans yelling in the background, giving support for their boys.
Definitely, they want to give their best and give the support for the teams that is playing right now, but the win probability actually is in the favor of Team Lao with the 61% because just now they are able to secure an Aegis of Immortal that can be good for their next war. But for the side of Indonesia, they are pretty much struggling to get out from the condition over a big war.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen any combo from the Chronosphere.
Yeah, the Chronosphere is still on standby. We have the Faceless Void still trying to farm as much as he can. They're not involving him in the team fights just yet. They're keeping him as the key element of your team fights. Min aggressively trying to find the kill. Everybody's focused down on Wami. Broodmother doesn't stand a chance. Even the backdoor protection cannot protect her at all.
Yeah. Well, for the Mikoto, he's still trying to actually slowing down the movement coming from the creep here, even brought some to the side of Team Lao, but
yeah, they find the Faceless Void completely silenced. He's not going to be able to find the Chronosphere, being still under the effect. JoeCam trying to run away as much as he can, but Jackie's here with the rod, securing 2 kills, and I think there was one more kill. Yeah, that was the previous kill from Wami. Instant rotation up on top, trying to pick on White Moon, but Mikoto is here trying to hold Min down with the pummel. The tower keeps on hitting. I think this is going to be a kill, yes, for Team Indonesia. Now we have a matchup, BB versus Mikoto, but BB's not really dedicated towards this. Mikoto is just, once again, dancing away the stress.
Because it's actually pretty hard if they are aiming for BB. BB is just like very free with the Remnant, with the Slat of Feast, and actually with the Searing Shade, it's going to be able to dodge everything coming from the side of Team Indonesia. But 3 pick-offs that happened just now in one exchange of the Primal Beast is just very expensive movement, especially the Faceless Void. I think like Faceless Void right now need to aim for the Manta, because if he's able to avoid the silence, it's going to be so much better. he was like having a hard time. I was mentioning it before. The Skyward Mage actually one of the good heroes to go against this fastest boy.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna scale that much throughout the entire situation, which is amazing. Like, he has been, you know, the core, well, not the core, the damage dealer for securing kills. Like, Jackie pops out, hooks somebody up, and she's like, you need some damage, here's some damage for you, securing one kill by another, making both heroes a lot, you know, super farm. The more, you know,
yeah,
they get
the
involved.
XP, the gold, farming over the item that they need going to the late game. So Akito is actually giving so much chances, but Amber finishing off the Aghanim right there.
Yeah, but they tried to find Mikoto, but he runs away very fast.
Oh.
Now I think they're feeling a bit greedy, the players from Laos. You know they have the upper hand in the situation with 10k gold lead.
They want to
try
aim for
abuse
something.
it.
Yeah.
They will try to abuse this as much as possible at this point because, you know, taking into consideration the previous game, you know, they didn't have the easiest of times, and, you know, I think they want to respond with the same intensity of.
Gives them kind of revenge from the from that kind of situation. While from the side of Team Lao, I mean, like it's understandable with all of the heroes that they're having. They want to play quite aggressive, but if they didn't really count over the damage that they can take, or maybe they can give to the side of Indonesia, and Indonesia able maybe to hold the pressure in the particular momentum, maybe with the Chronosphere or even Arena of Blood, it's going to be pretty heavy to the side of Team Lao. So they really need to count it out. And maybe the silence need to be focused over the Faceless Void or even to the side of Mikoto.
Yeah, the arena goes off. Mikoto manages to find Min. A lot of damage going through, and there's one kill secured for the Indonesian boys. BB chasing down White Moon. The kinetic field goes up, trying to get some distance between him and the Ember Spirits, but the Remnant goes off, the TP goes off. Will he make it? No, he gets him in the last minute. Second whiff, the Yule Scepter. Disruptor goes down, but Mikoto takes down Akito instead. We have a trade-off, support for support. Mid lane, Jokam looking pretty not safe in this situation. Won't trying to help out as much as he can.
Jackie got it and still aims for more even.
Yeah,
Wonny.
he's craving, he's tanky, he wants more. He goes for the Dismember. He's taking down Wami. Bottom lane, the duel between Mikado and BB is in the favor of Mikado.
But
yeah,
you
there's
still
no
want to try to go against BB. One more time, it's a very good war in the hands of Lao, and I think like Jackie doing really good performance to focus on Womi and Dismember, get a lot of things on his hand. From the side of Indonesia, I might say that it's undisciplined movement. Well, we know that actually they are going all in for the Primal Beast with the Arena of Blood. Kinetic Field, Static Storm, they're going all in. That's why the Amber like, okay, you got nothing else to go against me, so I'm gonna be diving in. I'm gonna try to get as much as he can.
Yeah, I mean, you got nothing against me. You cannot hold me back. You don't have the silence going on. You don't have the arena. So, you know, this is, you know, free entry for me. I can do whatever I want in this situation. And also, they're not focusing their resources on the right heroes. They're focusing it all on Primal Beast, when Jackie is a lot more difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, if they get those two all together in a combo, especially with the Chronosphere on top, they will be having a lot more results. Speaking of which, we haven't still seen Faceless Void properly getting into a fight. He has been picked off multiple times, but he hasn't really, you know, delivered 100%. He already has the BKB as far as I saw.
Ooh.
Oh, Marcy not looking good, popping up the BKB in the very last minute to secure his life.
And doing the rebound to go away and retreat from the condition that happened just now. But from the side of Faceless Void, yeah, I do agree. I haven't seen a really good movement, or maybe big skill that can be brought here, but Whitemon,
yeah, he's finding. He managed to find Skyride Mage, but Akito is still not dead yet. Dreamo Cell now with the BKB up, he manages to get the perfect Chronosphere, then going down the arena. Yeah, there's 3 kills on the side of Dreamo Cell. This is the Void that we were looking for quite some time, forcing 2 buybacks on the side of Laos. They're not giving up on this fight that easily. Wami hiding behind the trees, MYN trying to find for the kill, but he manages to get away with the TP.
They're still pretty safe and sound and very good. 2 buyback bait here to the side of Team Lao, and they are able to secure, despite that they are able to secure Disruptor along with the Hoodwink, but the Amber Spirit kill is actually very huge to the side of Team Indonesia, because one more time, it's a very good chrono actually.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
And the Mars is outside of that one, so it can help for Faceless Void to give the damage, which is great for the side of Dream of Child along with this Mars from Mikoto to get some gold along with the EXP to try to catch up with the differences.
Oh, Mikoto once again in danger, misses the spear, never mind, is trying to force out as much as he can, but Dreamosel is waiting behind the trees, but he's not gonna engage. He just jumps out to safety. He's willing to risk Mikoto's life just not to get his own, and he's going back towards farming because he still needs, to be Faceless Void as we want him to see. MYN getting down from Wami. That's a lot of damage actually from the Brood Mother while the Ember Spirit is away, and BB getting glimpsed away to secure the life of Wami. Never mind.
I think they will try to slowing it down to the side of Nevermind.
He's not gonna give in that easily. He's gonna be on dieback.
And for the Faceless Void, I don't think he wants to jump into that moment because he doesn't have enough Chronos. He doesn't have enough Chronosphere, but Disruptor. It will be Eel and Glimpse is back. But yeah.
Yeah, just keep it safe. Even Jackie blinks in trying to get the kill on the Disruptor.
Patch going and aiming for the Shiva's guard, and he's already having 9 stacks here on his hand. Well, for the Faceless Void, finishing off maybe the Mjolnir, and after that going for the Aghanim's chart. It's actually very nice.
Oh, they managed to find Joe Kim hiding in the trees. BB jumping onto him, still being rooted down, trying to keep his distance as much as he can using the Force Staff. 60 seconds left on the TP, but here's Nevermind. He manages to rebound off of Akito, securing the kill for Team Laos.
Oh, he was stuck there from the Chocam. He is unable to go away from that moment. So it's really sad, but from the side of Indonesia, they're losing one member, and it's still 10,000 net worth lead here from the side of Team Lao. They're still on the very good upper hand, very good setup. But I do feel like from this, Marcy is the main problem from the side of Lao, because he is always using a really good rebound to pick up players from the side of Indonesia.
Yeah, I like to think that they're giving him the, the illusion of the upper hand and their entire situation, because, for example, Mikoto just managed to solo kill Akito. They're giving them the illusion that Marcy is, their most impactful hero in their team fights, but we're still missing, the full effectiveness of the Faceless Void. Jackie managing to get the hookshot onto Whitemon. Whitemon is looking pretty low. 2 big EVs pop up. The kinetic field is up. He reforces onto Dreamosel, but he manages to jump away. Oh, the Chrono manages to get the Primal Spirit. The damage is still not there. Here charging up. Still no kills for the side. Within the Chronos here, this is insane. There's a lot of damage popping here and there. Jackie, he's looking low. They managing to get him. Dreamosel jumping back and forth, forcing himself onto Nevermind. BKB still up, but completely out of mana, trying to deny himself into the Roche Pit. But no, this is 4 kills for Team Indonesia. They were being patient, they were waiting this entire time, and now they finally started to deliver what they wanted to do. So they, this is the, I think I was right about that one. They gave him the illusion of advantage, and then they brought the Faceless Void card into the game, and then boom, goodbye.
Goodbye, and suddenly the network changed, and they will be taking maybe over the Roshan with the contest coming from the side of Amber Spirit right there. And it's going to be a Gaudim Shan as well. That it is going to be used maybe by the Faceless Void. He was aiming for that one before, but...
And now he got it for free. I think he used it actually.
Yeah, I think he used that because I do see that he's having that on his list. But yeah, I mean, like, sadly, before the Chronosphere actually not hitting over the Amber. Amber was like very close to the Chrono, but it's still very good 4 kills coming from Indonesia right now from the high ground. Potential here from the side of Lao. They're still going to be having so much potential to pick off with the Marcy and everything.
Oh, Mikoto finding Min, but the BKB is activated just on time, pummeling him down with the Mystic Flare. He goes down. Whitemon is right now in danger of being chased from BB. Jokam trying to run away, joking around the trees. 2 TPs up. Jokam, is he going to make it alive? Yes, he does in the very last second. Whitemoon goes down alongside with the Mars. Ooh. This is what they get for trying to get some vision out to the lower triangle of the Dire Forest.
That's why I mentioned from the high ground potential, Lao is just like very strong. I mean, with the searing chain, with the rebound, with the mystic flare, just forget everything, just mystic flare. I
Yeah.
like the mystic flare. It's just like a huge potential kill to the side of Team Indonesia. And the silence is also going to be very annoying. But yeah, the punch here with the Shivas and going for the refresher. Imagine two teams member, that can happen.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of, single target damage going on, which is brilliant for pickoffs. And they are able to utilize it as much as they can. I was actually pretty scared of, the impact of Skywrath Mage back into the draft. How is he going to deliver as the game keeps on progressing? Because he can be very easily taken down during the start.
Yeah, very squishy hero.
Yeah, very squishy, but they managed to, synchronize with Jackie so well that they delivered, Jackie already has 10 stacks on Flesh Keep, so he keeps on getting tankier, and, Akito is always behind his back, trying to make sure if he picks off on something with the meat hook,
Yeah, it's gonna be a very good combo with the dismember.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It is. But the Chronosphere is ready, and I don't think like from the side of Team Lao want to force it, because from the side of Indonesia, despite they are losing some of the heroes already, they're still having the Aegis of Immortal. So if they're still forcing over the war,
They're seeing where Mendes glimpsing him back. Dreamo Cell, he's in danger, but he doesn't really care. He can jump back, and he also has an Aegis trying to expend LAOS' resources as much as they can. Mikoto with the Arena of Blood taking down, never mind. Marcy's out of the picture with 70 seconds on cooldown. So now they can
Akito.
chase Akito. He's in danger. Will they manage to find him? Dreamo Cell jumping forward, stunning. That was very easy.
not even needing over the Chronosphere. The bash is dead coming from the side of Faceless Void to actually aim for the Skyward Mage. It's very fast movement, and the Lincoln Spear actually is very wise condition coming from the Faceless Void, because he is able to actually maybe dodge some of the movement from the Lao, and he's aiming for the Eye of Skadi. So he wants to drag it for the sustainability that he can get. Usually when we see the opponents getting the Skyward Mage, they will be trying to go for the Manta, but he's not. He wants to be more sustained to actually handle with the BKB along with this Eye of Skadi on the hand of Dreamwatch.
Yeah, and Dreamwatch right now with the neutral item, the Penta Strike going on, he has this power spike going on. So now he's the one who's delivering. He got into the team fights, and now they're scared. Now they can be aggressive. Now they can push without being scared as previously. Whole team focusing on taking down the tier 2 tower, MYN. I think they might see some trees falling down. Yeah, this is an indicator to back off.
Yeah, they don't want to go with the Primal Beast, because despite you having BKB, Primal Beast is still a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's gonna take you down, pummeling you down to the ground. By the time your BKB expires, you're gonna have a Mystic Flare over your head. You're gonna be silenced. You're not gonna have a Chronosphere, but the Aegis is still active, so I mean they can use this as much as they can.
Yeah. Well, for the side of Whitemon, I think like for now, like BB really want to focus over Whitemon. No matter what Whitemon's doing, I really want to catch over him. I want to have the searing chain on him, by Remnant to the side of Whitemon, because he knows that actually he's being stuck before with the kinetic field along with the static storm from the Whitemon itself. So
LAOS now with the smoke going up, they have gathered up all their cooldowns. They're ready to bring back the aggression they had earlier before in the game, forcing Indonesia back home. But they're still not finding anything. But Indonesia knows that they picked up something over there in the mid lane. So now they have a response of their own with 2 heroes into the smoke.
no.
Yeah, they're being surrounded. LAOS are positioning themselves. Jackie throwing himself onto the disruptor. Whitemon was completely wiped out. Oh, the Chronosphere was... Yeah, he manages to get 2 players, but he's being taken down very easily. BB's now delivering a huge amount of damage, taking away Dreamo Cell.
Oh my god, they might be going for this.
Yeah, they get him triple kill for BB with a dominating kill streak.
Oh my
Only
god.
Wami stays alive. Now they can keep on forcing. We have 4 buybacks available on Indonesia's side. I don't know if they're gonna be planning on using them.
I think they might be, but I guess Reclaim in the worst situation right there. It's on the Chronosphere moment, and it was 2 members from the side of Team Lao actually inside of that one. It was a huge moment, but there is no other follow-up, because the rest of the players coming from the side of Team Indonesia already being picked up. And Team Lao right now might be able to secure one set of racks. It's still 20 seconds though for this Hoodwink to respawn. Well, it's still 40, around 40 for the fastest point along with the Mars. So
yeah, Disruptor trying to get some, create some space around the tower. The mid barracks are going down. Second tier of barracks is not looking very well. 2 more heroes on 30 seconds until they come back. 3 heroes available for the fight, but I'm not sure if they're taking their chances. They're gonna allow LAOS to, you know, get these things without expending their buybacks. Not just yet.
They still want to hold it, and they still. I think like they're still gonna be able to hold 2 lanes that be with the Womi on their hand. I think like they don't want to waste it just yet. They still want to go for something else. And this and even if they do the buyback, they don't have enough resource to actually stop it. So it's a huge loss if they're doing it. So
yeah.
I think like that's the thing that they are doing at this moment. Well, it's 14,000 net worth apparently to the side of Team Lao with all of the drop that they are having. I think like how happy they are with this condition. Definitely they're on the winning side at this moment.
Yeah, they're more satisfied right now. Look at the smiles on their faces, you know. They're happy that they are, you know, giving Indonesia a taste of their own medicines from their previous game, you know. It was pretty much one-sided, and now they're like, okay, you know.
It's one-sided on the Lao side.
Yeah, this time, yeah, they're taking back things by force. They will be forcing out Game 3 as it looks, because with 2 more players unavailable for Team Indonesia, they're not going to be able, you know, to respond very well without getting the mega creeps for LAOS. They will be having 4 buybacks available once they come back, you know, and they will be trying to expend as many resources as they can to defend the base and maybe provide some more push. But you know, Jackie's looking insane right now.
He is.
Yeah.
He is actually. I don't think like he's being shut down more than 2 times. I think like it's 1 time only in the top lane, and he's still doing a really great job with all of the progress of the item and the dismember. Going to the refresher off 2 times if he's going for it to the side of Team Indonesia, it's going to be pretty heavy to the side of Faceless Void, because Faceless Void unable to go back from the dismember situation.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hefty.
Yeah, this is not looking like a Faceless Void game, because Faceless Void, you will need a lot of time to get him farmed up so he can, you know, become impactful. He had the impact, but Indonesia made a couple of mistakes there that, you know, they took away their players very fast before they could even engage into the team fight. But you know, it's looking very difficult, you know, for both sides, because there's 1 team fight difference, at least, you know, based on my calculations, that could go wrong. Like, if the next team fight fails for LAOS, Indonesia will, you know, abuse the chances that they have to push as far as they can. But if LAOS manages to predominate Indonesia, they're going to be forced to use the 4 buybacks they have available. And if they lose them for the 2nd time, it's not looking very nice.
Yeah, and the saddest thing is, after they're winning that kind of team fight with 2 racks on their hands, they are not able to get a Roshan yet, because Roshan is still 1 minute and we're still not sure about the random time. So they got the advantage over the wave here because of the tower and also the racks taken down to the side of Team Lao, but they don't have the IESF because it was reclaimed before. So if they are able to secure 1 or 2 kills and they are able to go through the Roshan, it's going to be something.
Oh, never mind. Using the last seconds of the haste to jump onto Remo Cell. BKB's being activated. Hoodwink is going down. BB is here to help out Mikoto with the Arena of Blood, trying to save the situation as much as he can, but the Chronosphere doesn't go out in time. Min manages to go down in the meantime. Mikoto still holding strong, but the BKB is out, pulled up with the dismember, and Jackie gets double kill on the price of 1. And they're forcing out towards the high ground. Whitemon is not looking good, but he manages to glimpse away. Jackie creates some space for Jocam.
Oh, never mind.
Aggressively going under the tower, getting Hoodwink. Almost just, he manages to get him in the very last second. Hoodwink is on a dieback. Mars is forced to buy back into the situation to protect the throne as much as they can. The lower racks are still safe. BB being glimpsed back into the kinetic field.
The Amber is still gonna be very safe with the EU Scepter, but it's almost. But 1 buyback is being forced to the side of Indonesia. Mars already doing the buyback here, and if he is dying back, it's gonna be a huge momentum for the side of Team Lao, and side of Fizz is not in the hands of this Skyrad mage. So the Skyrad mage.
Oh, Jackie now jumping onto the disruptor, trying to provide all the aggression that they can. They really want to take this tower at this point, force out the fortifications to go down.
Oh, Womi still trying to hold here the tier 3 tower in the bottom lane. They still want to push back Team Lao, but
there's a glimpse. Who did they get? They got Jackie, but you know, it was,
not the target that they want.
yeah, they were just flirting with him, you know, a bit, you know, to get him into the fight. But they know like 5 more seconds until the Faceless Void comes back. They're gonna respect this guy coming, you know.
Yeah, with the chrono and everything, you still want to respect that one. It's a game changer skill, you know, coming from the side of Fastest Void, but still 20 seconds for the follow-up that can be given by this Hoodwink. Because Hoodwink is also going to be needed if the Chronosphere is going to be there from the side of Indonesia.
Yeah, LAOS are going into the Roche, but trying to get Roshan. But Indonesia do know what's going on, trying to sneak in with a smoke bomb. 1 more second until the Hoodwink comes back. They will have the full ensemble. Both teams are now meeting up with the smokes, contesting Roshan as much as they can. White Moon manages to pop the smoke. Jackie gets them into the dismember, taking down the support. The chrono goes down, and safety BB is stuck into it. The damage is still not there. The Arena of Blood goes down. Dreamo Cell forcing onto Marcy. Will they manage to get it? Yes. And it's the buyback from her. Mikoto is looking back. He's on dieback right now. Another buyback is forced from... Oh my god, there's a lot of people dying from the side of Indonesia, leaving only 2 heroes down. Dreamo Cell doesn't have any more choices. He needs to go back. He's jumping around every chance he can, but never mind, manages to catch up to him, forcing off with a lot of damage. BB rooting him down, and that's it from him. He does have a buyback available, but he's not really gonna do much because only Wami's left alive, but not for long. The dismember is there, taking him down, and that's a whole team wipe for the team of Indonesia.
It is supposed to be GG because there is no other buyback that can be done from the side of Indonesia. Lao right now.
Yeah, they're going for the tier 4 towers, completely uncontested at this point. 1 buyback, as you said, is only available, but Faceless Void with no chrono, he cannot do much. GG's being called. 1-1. We're going to game 3. This has been really fun.
It is what it is. This is a strong team coming from the side of Lao and Akito. Doing really great job here using that Marcy, picking off a lot of players to the side of Indonesia. And even Jackie with the bots is actually...
He was insane. Like, he had all the components he needed to secure all those dismembers, you know, with the damage from the Mystic Flare, with Marcy popping in, with a lot of help, and BB with the insane amounts of damage. These guys, you know, showed Indonesia that they have the same amount of skills, and they need to rethink their strat for game 3.
Oh, a very strong late game. Marcy, a good setup coming from the side of Team Lao there. They're doing it. They're doing the draft that they're having, and they executed really well from the side of Team Lao. They executed very, very good. Even the Primal Beast, it's just like being a bait. We can see it from the highlight after this. How many times that actually became the bait to the side of Team Indonesia. They always like, okay, put on the trample.
Yeah, the trample was really good, man, and taking down heroes with
even
the
this one.
Yeah, they had a lot of lockdown going on. Like, if one of the team players from Indonesia tried to run away, they had at least 1 available skill or spell, you know, to take them back, to take them down and secure the kills. They had a lot of control over Indonesia's team fight, and they abused the entire space that Indonesia was trying to create for the Faceless Void to get farmed up, and which worked into their disadvantage. So for the next strat, I think Indonesia will need to take something which can farm up a lot faster, maybe like a Medusa, like a Naga, to keep things rolling a lot faster, because the ball was in Laos' hands the entire time, you know.
Even coming to the Disruptor, I think like Disruptor is the main focus coming from this BB, because he knows that actually he's gonna be in a huge problem is BB. If this Disruptor from Whitemon able to secure him inside of Static Sovereign Connected fail. That's why, whenever the Disruptor is gone, this BB is just jumping in, using all of the resources that they had. Despite that this is a very good chrono coming from the side of Indonesia, after that they didn't really get it. They are unable to do it. Especially the worst momentum is when the Aegis of Immortal was being reclaimed in the next war, when he is using a really good chrono actually towards Jackie, and I think it was BB in the middle of that.
Yeah.
But
I think they got only him at that point. You know, they were focusing all their efforts on BB, but Jackie was, you know, free to do whatever he wants, and even he could have, you know, he could have saved BB from the Chrono and stuff like that. You know, but he had complete control over the situation.
Now look at this one. It's very low. Versus Void already, and we thought the Aegis of Immortal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the moment actually LAOS turning back the table again and winning over all of the resources that they got. They're pushing it back to the side of Indonesia. They're picking off the player, especially Rimo Chow.
Yeah, they kept him under control the entire time. I mean, they knew that he was going to take a lot of time to do anything in particular, but, and you know, I think they were counting, you know, well, should we hit him? Yeah, no, wait for him to be alive. A couple of more seconds. He expired. Okay, kill him now.
And they are focusing to get that one. Even towards this Jokam, Womi, they are unable to do anything. They are forced to do the war. Womi, I think like Womi, even he is trying to do the split push, it's still not going to be very okay because it's going to be like Amber Spirit chasing him down after that one. But we will see the MVP from this one. It's going to be Jackie maybe? Because it's going to be PB here. With 16-2 and 17, Amber Spirit, KDA is just going really well, and with the Daisel later, actually it's just giving so much damage from BB to the side of Team Indonesia, and with the big heavy, very safe approach.
Yeah, once again we have Ember Spirit as the MVP for the match, so it's gonna be, I think...
You are right!
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a race of who's gonna take Ember Spirit unless he's being banned in Game 3. So we're gonna see how that unrolls. Yeah. But it was absolutely amazing. I thought that Broodmother is gonna have far more control over the situation, taking down Jackie. But Ember Spirit was there to deliver. And at one point, when I saw all of these spiders disappear just like that, you know,
in like less than 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now the situation has changed. Obviously, things are not looking very good. They cannot utilize the Broodmother as much as they can, or as much as they want. And you know.
And even look at Mikoto. Even in early stage, I do feel like Mikoto was having a hard time to even like farm or maybe going for initiate a war right there. With 9 dead on his hand, it's not typical of Mikoto.
Yeah, but they did try to deliver. They did try to play out the space, the same strategy they did as the previous game. However, you know, the carry was very, very slow. BB was already there. Jackie was already there, you know. You couldn't do much at one point, but they were struggling. They were giving them a fight, and I think that Game 3 is going to be extremely interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be super interesting and super entertaining as well. But yeah, IESF 14th World Esports Championship Bali 2022 is supported by Vodafone Indonesia, Kemenpora, NOC, KONI, and also main sponsor GHL Group, along with sponsored by GHL Auto, NusoPay, DIS, Gudang Crypto, Taiwan Excellence, Pertamina, Hydrococo, Losa, Sovel, Antis, Telkomsel, and also the official smartphone partner.
Yeah, we have Samsung Galaxy A Series, Central Cargo, IndiHome, HIN, Episode Hotel, Murasaka Hotel, Mineski Global, Indonesian Football E-League, ESID, Lemon ID, and you take down their media partners.
Because we have the media partner, Trans2.
I mean, this is very difficult for me. It's like, you know, to read because I cannot figure out what comes after one another, so I cannot predict what I'm about to see.
Yeah. The media partner, we have like Trans2.com, Esports.id, Video.com, Dunia Games, Dance TV, Dance Play, Merah Putih, Bola Score, and Kami Bijak right here.
I'm going to need to learn that for the next time.
Yeah, it is. Maybe for the grand final later on. But yeah, it's a best of 3 and they are going to be using this one. Remember, this is the only way for them to go for the grand final. Lower bracket. Who will be eliminated? They're having 50-50% of chances here for taking this match. It still can go to the Indonesia. It still can go to the side of Laos. But both of them actually... Amber Spirit, now you mention it, and I was thinking, are they going to be trying to ban over the Amber? Or
most probably, because even like if you pick it very early into the game, you will be revealing what you will be playing up against, and picking a carry that early could be taken down and countered very easily. So I think it's most probably going to go down with a ban, you know.
Understandable if they are going to be trying to ban over the Amber Spirit. Because so far, just like what you've mentioned, the one who gets Amber get the MVP and even get the win here for this best of 3 series in the final lower bracket. So
They have the crowd control in the entire situation, but it depends on what's going to happen on the other side. Because I think they picked Broodmother, and afterwards the Ember Spirit was being picked up, which was a perfect situation for Ember Spirit as he kept on scaling, because it was free farm for him at one point. You know, you go for the Broodmother with all her spiderlings around her, and you know, how many did she have? Like 20, 30 little spiders around her? All of them give gold. And you know, you go for one kill, you get something of an equivalent of 2 heroes being killed. You know?
I think like one clearing over the spiderlings, getting like 100 gold for the opponents, and it's given to the side of Amber. Amber's just like having a lot of follow-up, a lot of setup that can be brought. It's just giving so much quality here to the side of Team Lao previously. But also at this moment, it's like the 6th game for Indonesian, because previously they were playing in the semi-final lower bracket.
Yeah, versus
Team Thailand.
Yeah, versus Team Thailand.
Which is a quite long game as well.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I mean, whoever wins. I mean, for me, whoever wins the semi-final is, you know, it's gonna be long, because they're not gonna give in that easily. You know, both teams are showing this extreme resilience. They want to take control of the situations as much as they can. They are showing aggression when needed. It all comes down to how they're gonna figure out the last drafts, how they're gonna match up their players, how they're going to utilize the situation as much as possible, because really we're talking about the 2nd slot in the semi-final and who will be ready to take down the Philippines.
Yeah.
Who are also very scary, I mean.
It is. We can see that actually it was the longest game, I think, inside of the IESF, with the Philippines in the upper bracket going against Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken. It's 59 minutes with 43 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was pretty long as far as I recall, because I was watching it on and off, and at one point I was like, wait, they're still going? And I'm just
definitely.
I'm checking the papers right now. They did have, like, you know, Laos had the curse of being forced to play 3 games at most of the times.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah, and now they're once again within game 3, but still, I mean, we know that like the matchup Philippines versus Indonesia was a bloodshed. And now we will see who will be worthy to reface those guys once again.
And from Lao, the improvement is just crazy from the play-in, final play-in, main stage right now for the 4th day, and going tomorrow, because tomorrow will be the grand final for Dota.
Yeah.
And all of the things that happen, just showing the potential coming from Lao. Before, people were underestimating Lao, because they know that actually it's just like quite massive movement. But with the new patches that happened right before the event started, it's like 3 days before the event started.
Yeah, I recall that. I was looking at the patch notes coming up, and I was like, okay, this is going to be a game changer. Like, if it were a bit, you know, further away, we would have had the Arlington Major situation when they changed the patch mid-tournament. And, you know, some people had their comfort picks and comfort combinations, and those could be completely thrown out the window. And Laos adapted, and Laos had survived, once again, the group stages, and now they're surviving the lower bracket. So they are, you know, they're pushing forward very much, and they do have, you know, all of these combinations already worked up, and they know what they're facing up against. But Indonesia, you know, they're not giving them an easy time, like either way. You know, first they're the host, they're defending the home victory, and secondly,
that's right.
You know, we might have come directly into the finals in the situation, but we're not a force to be, you know, reckoned with. We're not joking around either. We're gonna give you a fight one way or another.
And now we're coming to the draft pick. This is going to be the 3rd game for Indonesia against Lao, but the combo is still going to be there.
It's there. They're not giving up that Ember Spirit that easily. And Indonesia is responding with the Mirana pick as their first hero.
I think like it's a very comfortable hero for either Jokam or even Whitemon. Both of them can use this particular Mirana, but what kind of combo that they will try to drag? Is it along with the Clockwork, or they will gonna be trying to take over the mid lane first to secure the hero? But Mars, I think like that's the first loss with the Mars on the side of Indonesian.
Yeah, I mean they couldn't, like as we said before, you really need to have the heroes to set up the team fight, because you're gonna have them all together clustered there. And you know, I think I'm still thinking that the Faceless Void was a bit too redundant into the situation, because they had 3 heroes that had the AoE lockdown going on. They could have used another one, but they really needed something that could have farmed a lot faster. So I don't think it was that much of the Marsh's fault and the heroes' inability to deliver. It was just they had, all of these things, mechanisms connecting to each other. They didn't,
It's a stack
bring
game,
in, didn't bring in the big guns. They could have used something like a Snapfire or something like that, which we really haven't seen a lot during the tournament. But she could have, with the Mortimer's Kisses delivered inside
to help the damage
arena.
to the side of the Chronos ear right there. But yeah.
So we have the Skywrath Ember Spirit combo going on once again for Lao because it proved effective.
Yeah,
and
definitely it's very effective, even for BB having so much farm right there. But now I'm pretty much scared because Amber, one more time, is still the hero that is giving victory from this match. Whoever took it. So from the side of Indonesia, they really need to think what kind of hero that actually can lock that over this Amber. That's why they try to pick over the Bat Rider. They still want to use this Firefly or maybe Sticky Napalm and even Flaming Lasso to focus on this Amber. But maybe from the side of Indonesia, they really need to consider taking a hero that can make over the hacks or maybe over this Orchid Malevolence to stop the movement from the Amber itself.
Yeah. I just hope that the Indonesian team is not going to get baited to focus all their forces down on having lockdown mechanics and focus more on the damage heroes that they failed to deliver last game. So they're banning heroes that could add up to Ember's control. They banned the Nyx, which was, I think it was on their side? No, it was on LAOS' side, the previous matchup. Nyx.
Nyx Assassin before?
Yeah, it could have been game one or... I know it was in game one, but I forgot on which side he was. But he was, helping out.
Yeah, it was in the LAOS side.
Yeah.
It was in the LAOS side. And it's very annoying with the Vendetta along with the Impale that actually giving really good potential for the side of Team Lao. But Mars directly being banned here from the side of Team Lao. They're getting tired with the Mars right there. But Marcy is still 3 heroes. Don't fix what is not broken.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's a safe combination. You're allowing us to have it, so we're going to use it as much as we can. And finally, Mars got banned. So Mars is, is going to stay with one lost fight, one lost game for Indonesia for the time being. So they need to focus their efforts now on something a bit more tankier. So Indonesia has these 2 very good heroes, which will help out with the lockdown. Mirana with the Moonlight Shadow and with the beautiful arrows, which can
no wind, no seafood. Read that one. No wind, no seafood. I think this is the coach. Are you the coach or the fans coming from Lao?
Oh.
No wind, no seafood. They're not allowing them to get a seafood. That's the motivation.
No, he's not allowing them. He's not allowing them. He has mixed feelings about things. Okay, he wants them to get the game too.
That is the motivation. If you want to get a seafood, you need to win this one.
Ah. Okay, I thought it was a pun because seafood and SEA, something like that. I was trying to connect to something, but I think I may have went overboard a bit.
No, it's not. If you want to win, you want to get a seafood, you need to win this one. If not, I'm not going to buy you a seafood.
Oh, so that's the leverage. It's like, you're getting...
Bring up your best.
Yeah, pick up the pace. You're not getting seafood dinner tonight, guys. We saw the message, and Indonesia's bringing the Beastmaster into the game.
I think I really like Beastmaster in this game because the Primal Roar actually, despite that you are having the BKB or everything, it's still going to be one of the hero that is going to be stopping them. And I think if they are focusing on that towards Amber or maybe even the Skywrath Mage, I think the Wild Axe is also going to be very good to give the damage towards Skywrath. So it's still a very good option to be picked by the side of Indonesia.
Yeah, and plus the minions are a lot tankier compared to Broodmother, so they're not going to be easily taken down by the Ember Spirit. So he's going to have the Boars in the lane, controlling the heroes a lot better, with the Poison Sting. It's going to be, support hell for them to deal with them with Beastmaster. And full on, he can deliver. Crystal Maiden is the 4th pick for Indonesia.
When we know that actually usually whenever there is a Crystal Maiden going against an Ember Spirit, it will be the huge farming. It's not farming over the creep anymore, it's farming over the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
Which is going to be hard for Widemon, I think, the one who's going to be using the Crystal Maiden because he really needs a really good positioning. Maybe Frostbite will be helping so much if they are going to be aiming to the players of Team Lao, but Crystal Nova is just so much help with the slow along with the damage that is given.
Yeah.
a really good early potential overkill here from the side of Indonesia with the arrow of frostbite combo.
Yeah, I mean, they have the combo, but I'm very much scared that they have a very weak lineup right now. Their heroes are not tanky at all, so they need something who's gonna suck up all of that damage. Because at one point, Ember is gonna jump onto Crystal Maiden unless she has a BKB, and she's gonna be gone in like less than a hit while trying to cast Crystal Nova. So, I mean, I am right now very much judgmental regarding the Crystal Maiden pick. She has effect throughout the early phases of the games, but later on, she's gonna have a very tough time with her HP being lower than a creep. You know, if she just walks past by with Glimmer Cape in the lane, and you know Ember happens to be there, you know, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss. Have a nice one. Thanks for the gold.
Goodbye, Maiden. It's gonna be easy to be picked. That's why I mentioned it's gonna be not going to farm over the creep. It's gonna be farming over Crystal Maiden. So, well, we'll see here what an options that is gonna be brought by the side of Team Lao. There's still a hero. I think if they are able to get a CC or maybe even the Lion or anything that have particular, depends on the Marcy. If the Marcy going for the support, it's still gonna be very good. So they need one off-laner from the side of Team Lao, but if they are aiming for Marcy going and offlane, there's still another support. So Enchantress is the one that is being picked by the side of Team Lao for this draft.
That's very interesting because she can take control of Beastmaster's minions, and you know she can turn them back against them. So I don't think I've seen Crystal Maiden previously being picked, at least during the playoffs. So this is kind of news for me because Laos have had preferences like Lashrock, Clockwork, Death Prophet, Undying with their lineups, and this is, you know, it comes, at least for me, it comes as news.
Yeah, I think like from Lao, I do agree with that. They are not really comfortable with that kind of hero, but Crystal Maiden, I do believe that it's already been used a couple of times by the side of Team Indonesia, but I don't think like it's inside of the playoff itself because it was used in the upper bracket, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, oh, it was going against Thailand this morning actually.
Enchantress?
The Enchantress, it was being used as well. Yeah, by Indonesia with the Rubik before.
Oh yeah, that's a very good combination. I actually failed to notice that at all, so I just jumped into conclusions that she was already being picked.
But it's yeah, I mean like Enchantress was not really popular.
Yeah,
it's not in the meta right now. It's an optional hero that is maybe a comfortable pick here from the side of Team Lao. So,
but it provides good lane control. It provides good counter during the laning phase against the Beastmaster, and plus you have the healing potential. Once she gets the 6, she has untouchable. So, you know, she's pretty much there. But I'm still like, hopefully I'm not gonna, you know, jump into conclusions. I don't know how she will be able to scale up further on in the game. She will be having the impetus to deliver damage, and she will be, you know, gathering all the minions. Yeah. And at this point, Indonesia don't have anything to respond with because they, aside from the roar and from the sticky napalm, they don't have. I mean, they do have Crystal Maiden actually. But their AoE is still not that strong if she pops up with this army of a lot of jungle minions being picked up. Indonesia are playing it safe though. They don't want to see Jackie once again playing with the Pudge. So I mean, this is a very valid move because it does look good in their lineup. Both teams are missing something that will take all the strikes towards them. And
Monkey King here. With the AoE, we mentioned AoE, they brought it with Wukong's command along with the Bundle Strike coming from the side of Monkey King here. A very good setup actually with all of the heroes, but from Team Lao, it depends on who is actually going to be the carry for this one, because actually for the laning phase situation, Monkey King that might be going against
5 seconds
Marcy will be very happy because the Jinko mastery will be open up a lot.
Yeah, he's going to be very annoying, and he has very distant reach with the Boundless Strike and jumping from one tree to another. Being above the entire situation gives him a lot of advantage. So they will need, I mean, if they want to directly counter Monkey King, they will need to have some sort of control over the trees at this point. So I mean, jokes aside, if I were Team Lao, I would go for something like Timbersaw in this situation to keep the monkey under control. He is very tanky. He can go up front. But they're going for
Weaver.
Choose your hero.
A non-meta hero actually, Weaver right here. It's been a while since I saw Weaver. Like, And I won't imagine Lao going again using a Weaver. I don't think it was being used though inside of IESF so far. Not
Yeah.
at least not in the main stage.
I mean, I don't recall seeing this guy in a while, but I mean,
When was the last time you saw in Weaver?
within the tournament, I don't recall actually. Maybe sometime during the early stages of the group phase, but I'm not really certain that I have seen him. Like even in games that I have played, you know, it's a very awkward hero, and at this moment it creates a little bit of a disruption because you're not really sure what they're gonna go for with the Wyvern pick. Is he gonna be a 5 hero who's gonna be saving other heroes? Is he gonna be a full-blown carry?
Oh, no, you mentioned it.
He's being paylated by Jackie, so they're going with a carry Wyvern.
Oh,
Weaver, so it's gonna
very unique Weaver for the carry. It's been a while, ladies and gentlemen. So a very unique draft coming from the side of Team Lao against Team Indonesia right now. And I think like it's a very cheesy strat.
It is a very cheesy strat.
It's a cheesy strat coming from the side of Team Lao at this moment. So we will see what is actually going for the game 3 because this is the last chance for both of the sides.
Yeah, it's all or nothing for Indonesia and for Team Laos, who will match up against Team Philippines. I'm gonna say it again. The SEA victory is secured. You guys are taking the trophy home, like this region.
Whoever got it.
The games that you guys play compared to the European style of playing is completely insane. You know, you start rotating very early. You have these masterful strategies going on. But only one can be the best, and only one will deserve the place in the grand finals.
So here you go. This is the third game between Indonesia versus Laos. Don't forget to give your where's the spirit for this third game, ladies and gentlemen.
Give it up! Come on, cheer. We can't hear you. Come on.
Woo! And also at home, everyone that is watching right now, don't forget to give your support by pausing and commenting over the flag here between Laos flag and also Indonesian flag. Well, for early bounty moment here, I think like both of the sides have the really good moment.
30 seconds to battle.
But later, for the big war, I'm really scared about presence coming from Weaver actually because of the time leads along with the Sukuchi. He's going to be able to easily go away and even rotate more to the other lane.
Yeah, we're not seeing a lot of aggression compared to the previous games where we had like even in 40 seconds before the timer, kills already being delivered. So they're playing, I think they're going to be playing a lot more patiently, like compared to what you said, Thailand versus Indonesia.
Yeah.
They're going to take this one very long. They're going to be, you know, patient with one another. They will be trying to have these microaggressions going on, like when needed. They're not going to overextend their fights more than necessary.
But we saw the movement from Akito. Akito is just very aggressive player here. He's going for even behind over the tier 2 here.
Yeah, he's trying to waste White Moon's time as much as he can.
Yeah.
To have no support probably in the bottom lane as much as possible.
And he did great about it because it's working really well. Whiteman was spending quite a lot of time, so actually going for that. While Mikoto still doing really decent job here by stacking over the stick in a bomb. That's all the things that he needs to do going against Ember Spirit in the laning phase.
Yeah, and once again, I think we're having a fire situation in the mid lane. We have Bad Rider versus Ember Spirit, so it's. Mikoto is so far having a lot more control compared to BB with the Napalm going on. So he's keeping him under control, mostly because he has a lot more advantage due to being a ranged hero.
Yeah.
Bug. He has a bug.
Yeah,
it
because
happens.
I think like for the farming potential, I mean like Bad Rider having the range, well for the Ember Spirit having the melee one and the sticky knock-off, you want to avoid that as much as you can, right?
But you can get a stick, you know?
Yeah.
And you keep on charging the magic stick as much as possible. And, you know, you get 20 chargers. He thinks he got you, and it's like, no, I'm behind the tower. I'm going to pop this up, one up, and I'm going to still stay alive. So those are those, you know, spamming heroes like Bat Rider and
Ember.
Bristleback, for
Bristleback.
example, which you can just get this very super cheap item, and it could save your life. don't even bother buying a Fairy Fire at one point. You're gonna have the Magic Stick available.
Because fire is only one-time use when the magic stick or magic wand can
Yeah.
last longer rather than that.
And plus it has stats on it, so that's helping out on during the long. Well, not in the long run. You're eventually gonna swap it off unless you're building it towards a Holy Locket.
At least helping you in the last like 10, 15 minutes of game, so it's still gonna be very, very decent if they are aiming for that and buying over the magic stick or maybe even the magic wand. But Marcy, again, it's like a very, very strong pick here coming from the side of team
Yeah.
Lao right now. I do feel like the rebound that is using the School Basher actually like
Yeah.
quite unstoppable.
Yeah, we failed to commentate on the Basher Marcy the previous game, which was very much effective. Like you take somebody down, you just give them one punch, and you know, the Basher is gonna proc at one point, so it's gonna be very easy to secure those kills going on.
Yeah,
But
so we're back to the game here. Go between Lao and also Indonesia in the third game between those of two teams that is playing at this moment. Well, for the laning phase situation, from the side of Marcy, doing a really great job actually going against. So the Marcy is going against a Crystal Maiden, I think, in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I think. No, actually, I think it's in. Wait, hold on.
I think it's going.
Yeah, it is Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden in the offlane support, which is quite interesting.
Because usually it will be with the carry, right? But I
Yeah.
think like they really want to have over the very aggressive movement here with the Mirana going into the lead of the Monkey King. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's Mirana with Monkey King up in the top lane, which adds two disables to the equation of the lane. And they have Marcy, which, I think they can control her a lot easier with these two heroes. And yeah, I love that the shape-shifting that he does.
Yeah,
It's
to
insane.
avoid things, right? And it's actually really well so far. Jokam is actually very aggressive. Try to poke the damage towards Nevermind, but it's still gonna be there.
Oh, Akito looking in danger. They connect with the two stuns, and the first blood goes for Team Indonesia.
And Dreamo Chow is the one that taking it. That is another highlight because it's helping the growth coming from Monkey King. I do feel like Monkey King doesn't need a lot of things, but rebound.
Oh, never mind. More aggression going towards him. They're trying to punish LAOS for their aggression. They saw Akito moving around a lot during the start of the game, and they know he's gonna try to be as nosy as possible, trying to plant wards everywhere he can. And still, they're abusing the fact that he's really squishy during the start, and they're not gonna give him the pleasure of doing anything that he wants. Mikoto not having, yeah, they're now at 4th level, both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah.
So it's still pretty decent from coming from the side of, actually, from the side of Amber Spirit, he's having quite a hard time to go for it because the last hit denied that happened from the side of Pet Rider. But I think like it's still going to be very decent in the middle game. Later he will catch up with a lot of stuff with Train Chain, maybe a Maelstrom as the progress of the item coming from the side of Amber Spirit. But in the bottom lane, actually Jackie is the one that I'm worrying of. Despite that he's having a really good last hit to the laning and everything, but he is actually going to be a very easy target, maybe from the side of Team Indonesia, because of the Primal Roar along with the Frostbite that might be aimed to the side of this Weaver.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have a very difficult time until he reaches, level 6, and he has the time lapse as a safety mechanism to get around the situation. But both Beastmaster and Crystal Maiden are holding him under the tower, pushing him as much as he can. Oh, an excellent connection with the arrow. Nevermind is looking pretty low. Pops the stick. Is he gonna try to deny himself? And he fails. Dreamocell manages to get another kill for Indonesia.
It's a second kill in the hand of a carry from Indonesian side. And Lao need to do something. Maybe they will need to actually dive in. And maybe that's the purpose having the Enchantress to actually have the help towards Jackie with a heal. Because Jackie really needs the help. Maybe because of the pulse coming from the Wild Axis and also the Crystal Maiden, Crystal Nova. So
yeah, she provides a lot of sustainability for this hero in the game. And eventually, once they start picking up, Akito looking pretty low. One more arrow is needed. The leap is there, but yes, and the kill is secured. Another kill for Team Indonesia. And in the mid lane, we have rotation from MYN. Baby is in danger, but Mikoto manages to get the kill under the enemy tower with the Firefly. The lasso goes off, and that's, just so close. The Fairy Fire is activated, and Mikoto is with a double kill solo. for Team Indonesia.
At 2 kills with a solo Bad Rider? I mean, like sticking the palm along with the verifier, or even the right click coming from the Bad Rider is very strong, and they're getting 5. Not only 1 or 2 kills, but getting 5 on their hand at this moment is giving so much to the side of Indonesia. But the rotation needs to be made.
That's a huge advantage for this team, but BB and Akito are not giving up on him just yet. They know that, you know, Mikoto is getting stronger and stronger. Oh, the arrow just manages to connect onto Akito as he's trying to go into the river. Jokam pushing him away from the rune spawn.
Yeah.
But I wanted to discuss Jackie once again with his Wyvern and Enchantress in the combination. During the start, she is very good for sustaining him in the lane. But later on, as she keeps on getting the creeps and all the auras stacking up, Jackie, I think, will be able to deliver. Whitemon in danger. I don't think he has any leaps available, and he dies.
Yeah, he will be taken care of. Well, for the side of Bad Rider, the power runes is actually on the top side, so they're still able to secure the regeneration runes. But for Jackie, this is the power coming from the side of Weaver, actually, because Weaver with the Sukuchi is just going to be able to maybe dive in, maybe try to get something, give some damage towards the opponent side. But presence coming from Bad Rider, to be honest, was a 50-50 condition if you're going against a Weaver. If you're able to burst him down, it's good. But if it's not, oops.
Oh, never mind. Once again in danger. You're in the wrong side of the lane, buddy. You're being in our jungle. You're gonna get punished. Dreamosel keeps on jumping, secures another kill over the Marcy.
3 kills so far in the hand of this Bad Rider and getting so much problem. I mean, like in the early situation, you have the Rimmon's child getting over the killing spree and maybe going for the Echo Saber to actually help with the Jingo Mastery. He even have the level 6 with the Wukong's command, but he haven't even used it and already getting so much stuff on his hand. Whitemon is actually a really good combo. Oh no, actually at first it was Jokam that actually have a really good combo with the Boundless Strike along with the arrow to the side of this Monkey King.
But yeah, I think he's more focusing on his right clicks. The Wukong command is gonna come later because he doesn't really need to force out to scale that spell anytime soon because you're not getting involved in the team fights. He wants to keep just one hero under control, and with the Jingo Mastery, there's a lot more damage just popping up. So they're playing a lot better right now. Indonesia has a very, very good start at this moment. Oh, Jokam finding MYN, sneaking around in the enemy jungle, trying to heal as much as he can. Is there an attempt to deny? And no, Mikoto manages to secure the kill and get his precious stacks.
Yeah, he will get the stacks, he will get the Boots of Travel, or maybe even the Blink Dagger to open an initiation towards the side of Lao. Well, Womi, I think he really wants to cut the wave here from the side of Team Lao and try to drag it somewhere, giving the pressure towards Jackie because Jackie was having his good time to even do some farm in this lane.
Mikoto is getting a lot of farm. I'm looking at the last hits and denies with 66 last hits compared to 39. Womi in danger. There's a full team rotation trying to take down the Beastmaster. He's trying to run away. Silence, no mana. Getting close to the tower, but he gets rooted down. Not having an easy time. Mikoto is being pressured right now. He's trying to withdraw as much as he can. And LAOS are giving up. 1 kill is enough for the time being. We're not going to try to force anything far more than that.
Yeah, I think like cutting that wave is actually a very 50-50 condition. It can be really good from the side of Team Indonesia, but also can be a very risky situation. But in the mid lane,
yeah, that's an excellent connection with the Frostbite and the arrow and the loss of back towards the tower. Never mind, falls once again. Indonesia are ready to face Marcia this time. They know how to take her down. They know Nevermind. I think it was Nevermind once again that played.
I think it was personal.
Yeah, it was personal at this point.
Because before they were being picked off a lot of time by this Marcy, and they was like, I will take it as a personal thing, and I will try to drag you down, and they did it really well.
Once again, Whitemon with Jokam, connecting the Frostbite with the arrow, but BB and Jackie are here to respond. Jackie's here with the damage, they're taking down Whitemon, and Mirana goes down as well. The punishment is real.
Yeah, I mean, like it's two support rotating, try to get a kill here towards not a support, but the causes that they are doing is actually pretty huge, and it was given to the side of Team Lao. Really good space here to the side of Team Mochel, despite all of the things that happened in the jungle of the side of Team Lao. the network is actually still showing for the Monkey King along with the Bat Rider to stay on the top of the list.
Oh, he
ooh.
finds Jackie with the Boundless Strike, following up with the Primal Roar, still keeping the stun. Right now, oh, he manages to get in time, but not enough. They have detection, and they take down Jackie.
Oh, it's a big kill here towards Jackie on the safe lane of the Team Lao, and they might be going for a very good, aggressive towards the objective, because if they're able to secure maybe like 30% or 50% over the HP over the tower, it's going to be like super great. Plus they have the Beastmaster, so I think like it's going to be faster for them to do objective movement here from the side of Team Indonesia. Well, for Mean here, I think like Mean really wants to get something in exchange.
Yeah, he's trying to get the army up and running slowly by slowly, but he's still at level 4, so he has been delivering his duties as lane support, but, you know, I'm still not seeing him. I'm trying to, you know, excuse his, you know, presence by being a boost for Jackie, but both of them they still feel very awkward in the LAOS lineup for some reason. Like, I'm still cannot wrap my hand around it.
Because of the Weaver, right? Because it's not really a useful, along with the Enchantress, it's not a very typical kind of heroes that is being used, but this is not looking good.
Dreamocell, do they know where they is? Chasing down Wami, they manage to connect to the chain. Mr. Claire goes down and they take down the Beastmaster.
It's a very huge kill, but on the other hand, they're taking Nevermind.
Yeah, it's redundant to say at this point, like, Nevermind, but I think he died like 5 times by now, you know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It was 3 times by the Dreamocell, and then the others is like coming to the hand of this Bad Riders. So I think like 5 times in a row being taken down just like that. It was like very hard situation, but the Frostbite is there.
White Moon coming in with the Moon Knight Shadow. They catch on BB. Everybody goes down on the Ember Spirit Lasso and the jumps. They take down BB very easily.
Arrow.
Once again, connecting over MYN. 2 kills are secured and the tower is open for Team Indonesia to take, but Mikoto, he's hungry for more, finding Akito into the forest. He has level 6. Nevermind tries to connect with the rebound. White Moon and Jocam are just here to help out.
Start ball!
Will they manage to get it? Yes, they managed to get Akito in the very last minute. Boundless Strike onto the Marcy, and no, she manages to survive.
Nevermind.
3 stacks of Sticky Napalm. 2 Firefire and a stick are being used to keep her alive. But that chase was real.
That chase was real, you're right. It's like 3 people coming from the side of Team Lao that is being picked up, but again, they're still aiming for more arrow.
Wow, that was a very far arrow. I don't know why. I mean, this is a statement right now with the freezing field. It's like, you know, we can waste spells at this moment.
Yeah, we are not letting you go anywhere. Not even a slight of chance for you to survive that condition. And the level gap is also like showing right now. I mean, like the rotation coming from the side of Indonesia, it's like a revenge coming from the first game.
Yeah, we were like, not to jinx it, but it makes it look like game 2 was a game to them, you know, just to keep it interesting. But so far, they are dominating with 16 over 5 kills with 6k difference, which couldn't mean much, like, as the game keeps on progressing. But look at the net worths at this point. We have 2 7Ks followed up with 6 and barely a 5.
I think like the Fashion coming from the side of Indonesia is also like doing really well.
They're finding Mirana. Mins is going in for the kill. BB rotating as well, but Wami is here. Mikoto teleports onto the creep. Will they try to go for a kill?
Mikoto really wants the kill.
Mikoto really wants, you know, he has these trigger fingers. He really wants something to happen.
Yeah, he really wants for it. He really wants to get something on the head of Team Indonesia. But losing a Mirana actually is not really good
Jackie, they connect with the Boundless Strike. They jump onto him with the Primal Roar. And that's the kill that they wanted to get.
And it's a Jackie. And it's a Jackie, it's a carry, it's a core from the side of Team Lao 2 times in a row, being picked up like that, and all the CCs going in, and now with the wave along with the moment, the Dominator coming from the side of Womi, I think, it's just going to be huge if they are able to secure the tower in the bottom lane. And Mikoto going directly to the side of BKB, despite not going for the Blink Dagger. I think like it's also very wise because he's respecting the CC and also the Mystic player coming from the side of Skyrat Mage.
Yeah, I mean the Indonesian boys decided that we might have win here with all of our resources, but we're not going away from this fight empty-handed. We really want to take as much as we can from this situation. and push LAOS far and far more into the base. And the aggression keeps on going with a 4-man smoke followed up with Moonlight Light Shadow. They get on to BP, they connect with the arrow, and the Ember Spirit is gonna go once again.
But they might be aiming for more here. No, they're not. They're gonna be
They're
taking the
getting
ancient
the stacks.
stack.
Yeah, that's a big win. They took the stacks. They took the
kill.
courier. Yeah, they took the courier from Akito.
Oh, that is a huge thing because it's like 3 stacks. I guess it's 2 or 3, but it's still very huge stacks here to the side of Indonesia, and it was given to the Bat Rider. The one is actually very free to get something that he wants. He already finishing off maybe even finishing off the BKB at this moment.
I think they found something over there running around in the jungle. Men, do they have anything to counter it?
Oh
Nah,
no.
they're not gonna cancel that TP. He's gonna run away freely. Yeah, they're keeping LAOS under a lot of control, and you know, taking away those stacks is a huge economic benefit for Indonesia. So you know, I mean, Mikoto has been farming like insane throughout this entire game. Like he has Boots of Travel, which he uses to teleport onto the creeps of Beastmaster. But White Moon is not having such a nice time. He's being targeted down by Akito.
Oh, White Moon is down here by the hand of Team Lao, while Mikoto is just like having quite a hard time. He unable to open up something, but Drimochal.
He's having a bit of a hard time, but Joe Cam is here to help out, and he goes back towards the Fire Remnant, not really willing to devote onto this.
Because the Jingo Master is active. If he is
Yeah.
using the Bottomless Strike or even Wukong's Command, it's going to be very heavy for the side of the Amber Spirit. So it's safer to go that way rather than forcing the stuff here to the side of Team Indonesia. Milestone is done in the hand of Amber Spirit, so in terms of farming, I think like BP gonna be catching up quite fast here. But Drimochal, the power over the objective gameplay and also the ability to chase down over the towers is just being shown with the Dominator in the head of this.
Oh, they see where
Beastmaster.
Jackie is. They're having a rotation right now with the Mirana. Is Jackie aware this is gonna happen?
I'm not really
Yeah,
sure
but they
about
found Min. They found him with the Boundless Strike, connecting with the Wukong's Command. BP is also here, and they're keeping a distance away. Just 1 kill for the time being.
Yeah, I think like securing as much as they can to the side of the Monkey King is gonna be great. But there is another movement that's happening right now.
Yeah.
They're still looking for something, but Mikoto is not aware of what the positions coming from Jackie. So I think like Jackie is still gonna be very safe. Well, for a White Mon, I think like he is going to help Drimochal no matter what happened. And I don't think like they will play quite aggressive because they don't have any resources, such as a freezing field along with the Wukong's Command. So I think like they want to get maybe over the jungle, maybe try to get something else. And if they are able to secure 1 or 2 kills, especially towards the Amber or even the Skyward Mage, they are needed to go over the Roshan.
Yeah, and Jackie lost a lot of time during trying to dodge and juke the situation, which is really bad because he's really right now slacking in terms of farm, which is, you know, it keeps on making it more and more awkward for him. Like, we're anticipating a very long team game right now. Drimochal, yeah, there was a lot of BKBs being used just for safety, but Drimochal is not getting along that easily. He's going in with the Boundless Strike over Akito, but the reinforcements are not there yet, so he's not gonna devote 100% towards the kill. But, yeah, I mean, so far, it seems very one-sided in favor of Indonesia.
Yeah.
We're hoping for a bigger fight, you know? I'm hoping for a lot more. LAOS word response, boys. Give us something.
Because they still, like, maybe they're not really ready because of the item that they don't have. But if the Aegis of Immortal is in the hand of Team Indonesia, it's going to be harder for Team LAOS to actually going for a big fire because they don't have any kind of big things aside of pick-off combination on the head of this Mercy Skyward Mage along with the Enchantress. But if they're able to drag the game, the sustainability from the Ember Spirit actually going to be giving a lot of damage to the side of Indonesia. So
yeah,
we're just hoping that Amber actually going to be able to recover from this kind of condition with the Maelstrom especially on his hand. So I don't think like it's going to be very hard for him to recover because he's on the 8,000. Hopefully he got proper one. Ooh!
Oh, Mystic Flare, they find Drimochal, but he still has well, he just got the Aegis, so he's not there very much worried about the situation. Roaming with the Primal Roar. But there's still no backup. Wukong's command is being used, but he's all by himself. The Monkey King gets taken down. All the gold has been shared.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's 250 gold plus after taking the Dominators. Reap just now. It's a huge swing actually to the side of Team Lao after getting Jimocha. I think like it's
Oh,
quite
Mikoto finding the Enchantress, trying to get something back out of the situation, and that's one kill in return.
I don't think like it's a very good positioning coming from the side of the Jimocha to be picked off like that with the rebound maybe coming from the side of Marcy. It's still a very good stat lap coming from the side of Lao. A really good one even because they are not using so much resources for taking over the Aegis and they are able to take over the heal right there.
Oh, BB looking in trouble. He tries to TP away. No, actually, it's Mikoto coming in. Gets him with the Flaming Lasso, brings him back to the other guys, and boom, that's a secure kill for Team Indonesia. Jackie, what are you doing there, my friend? There's 4 guys chasing you around the trees. He tries to run away with the Shikuchi, but no, he uses the Gleipnir to create some distance, but Mikoto, he's not giving up on that kill. Tries to follow him as much as he can with the Firefly. Throwing sticky enables. Can he see him? No, he goes off on the other side of the lane, hiding into the trees, but no, Mikoto is still not giving up. Using the time lapse to come back, but he has been dusted this time. We see you this time, my friend. Oh no, it almost misses just by an inch.
But the thinking about still that flame freak as well.
He's trying to run away. The dust just expired. They can't see it, but he used another one, and Jackie is dead after a long chase.
Long chase, but still worth it. Still, it's a carry that is being taken care of, and again, they are aiming for this Enchantress.
They don't have anything to cancel that TP.
Yeah.
The Smash
Primal
Bear
Beast was ready though, but it's quite far to actually do the Primal Roar, and I don't think like it's really worth it because it's a support if he's using a big resources like that. But push!
Ooh, just so close. A lucky Fire Remnant.
And it's a very good Fire Remnant coming from the side of Amber's. Oh, the Primal Roar!
Yeah, there's the Primal Roar connecting onto BB. There we have the Crystal Nova, but no. We still don't have any heroes dead yet, but never mind. Punches White Moon down with the BKB, taking away the support for Team Indonesia. Are they trying to push this through? Joe Cam keeps on forcing the tower, but they're gonna retreat a bit.
They are unable to get something from that move and even letting one kill happen to the side of Team Lao. Well, for the side of Team Indonesia, they're still focusing over the push here. The golem is there in the head of this Beastmaster. This Beastmaster wants to finish off over the pipe of inside.
Oh, Boundless Strike, but nah. No kill. He's just trying to, you know, dance around with the enemy.
Yeah. I think like the setup was really good coming from the side of Indonesia, but the damage is not there yet. Maybe because of the Mako King is not ready to do some work, but there is something that they do though. The Moonlight Shadow is being popped, but Jackie.
Yeah, they know.
They know. They just like, I don't want to fight this one. So yeah, I'm going back.
I mean, it was fun for me to run around, but this time they're pretty close, and they will chase me if I go down to base. I'm just gonna retreat completely. We have a comparison right now between Mikoto and BB. Like Mikoto playing his absolute best right now with the Bad Rider, completely disabling BB from what we've seen in the previous games with Emperor Spirit.
Yeah. So right now we are coming to the 23 minutes. It's 23:49 in the head of Lao along with Indonesia.
Oh, they managed to glide near Mikoto. Connecting, they see where he's at, but they're not just gonna get baited outside of the base.
They really want to get a kill over Jackie, but they really need to burst him down. So if they're using the Primal Roar, the chain stuns need to connect it to have something.
Oh, he manages to find BB, connecting with the lasso and the Primal Roar. He goes down, no buyback available. Akito going nice. Mikoto with the double damage and the sticky nipple. Oh, they missed just by an inch, but Joe Cam jumps on to the high ground. They're not going to force it.
Yeah, but they really want to kill just now, so they are aiming for that previously. But the Hawk will be eliminated. They don't want another fusion from the side of these Beastmaster, but they are still going for the high ground. They're still going to be trying something because there is no Amber in the hand of this 15 seconds. So they're taking the chances. The wave is there. There is a creep. There is 45 that is being forced to be used.
Yeah, trying to buy some time. But there's Gleipnir goes off again. But Wukong Command tries to create a distance. He's not going to allow them to stop their mission from getting the racks.
Oh.
Ember Spirit is back into the picture. Dreamo Cell still forcing the barracks, but here we have BB jumping onto Team Indonesia, bursting Mirana completely, trying to chase White Moon as much as he can. Never mind, with the BKB, survives the fight. White Moon not having that easy time. 2 kills are secured for Team LAOS. Lomi, will it manage to find him? No, he TPs away just in time.
This is what you mentioned actually in the drafting situation. Like very squishy heroes coming from the side of Indonesia with the Mirana along with the Crystal Maiden. And I don't think like it's the food for Ember Spirit, and they are doing it really great here. We're taking off because I don't feel like Indonesia was overextending it. We can see from the replay. I think like after they're getting that fortification being used by the side of Team Lao, they really need to get back. They're getting the barracks. I do understand it's very good objective, but they're losing another 2 supports on their hand when they might be wanting to go and set up something, set up another war.
Dreamo Cell, never mind. They're very close. He sees the Mars. He connects with the Boundless Strike. Akito is there to help out, but he's finding. Oh, he's fighting 2 against 3 at this point.
Never mind.
Looking pretty low, and there's the kill for Dreamo Cell.
Is it there? There is another blink. No, there is no blink dagger coming from the side of Blade Rider. He doesn't want to go for aim for it, but Jokam apparently.
Yeah, he managed to get Min somewhere in the forest, in the jungle. Oh, yeah, this is not looking very easy for Team LAOS. Even though they could use the late game advantage because they do have a chance to prosper because of what we said. Indonesia's lineup is looking pretty squishy. We can take down 2 supports out of the team fight, and eventually, you know, there's 3 more to take down, which are not going to be that much of a problem. Yeah. But Indonesia really want to finish this as soon as possible. We have Mikoto jumping onto the high ground, trying to force stuff
that is saving him, but look at Silence is forcing on Mikato. There's still an arrow, but they got a tier 3 tower, and I think that they're pretty much satisfied from that situation. Yeah. Well, it's 9,000 lead right now. When Indonesia, they realize if it's going to the late game, I think like the Amber, Long, maybe even the Skyrap, it's going to be like a very huge disaster because of the damage that they were giving. It's pretty much painful.
Yeah. How are LAOS going to respond to this is my question. Indonesia is not only knocking on the door, they're walking into their house very easily.
And look, forcing it hard, like knock, 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 I'm taking your racks.
No, there's not even a knock, knock. They're just barge in through the doors like, we're taking this, it's mine.
This is mine.
Yeah, it's mine.
And they're taking the melee racks so far from 2 lanes, and it's only coming from the top lane that they really need to control from this. If they're able to push it and taking the tier 2 tower in the top lane, I think like the high ground potential coming from this is going to be
there's a fight going on in top. They managed to get Marcy. The BKB is almost going to run out. Maiden falls first. Jokam, yeah, he manages to jump out of the situation. BB, he's not looking very good to the situation. He rounds away in the last minute. 4-staff Mon towards the high ground, but the lasso is there, and he's bringing the kill to the boys. 3 kills are secured only for Crystal Maiden for Indonesia.
In exchange for Crystal Maiden, this is a huge success for the side of Indonesia. And Lao, they're losing so much in that particular moment. The Amber and also Weaver is actually very safe, but it's still like 2 minutes and for the random time of the Roshan. So it's not, if they're not trying to get over maybe the Jackie or something else, it's still not going to be like a very huge moment because from the side of Indonesia, they really need more setup to maybe kill somebody else later before taking over the Roshan. So the objective, they might be only focusing over pushing back the wave in the top lane instead of going for something else.
Yeah, Jackie now with the Lincoln Sphere, his life might be a tad easier, you know, countering the frostbites and the lasso, but still, the more the game keeps on progressing, the more awkward he seems. Like, he has been involved into team fights. He does manage to save himself from awkward situations, but still he's not, you know, 100% effective. They find Mirana, try to connect with a Mystic player, but failed due to the 4-staff. Never mind. He jumps into the wrong place. BKB is up to keep him alive. Dreamo Cell manages to take down Akito. Jokam will fall eventually, but forces a buyback instantly. Never mind, he's down. BB, he's not looking very safe, but he manages to take down White Moon.
The BKB is done by BB. Now BB running away, but Mikoto.
No mana available. They keep on chasing him. Mikoto with Dreamo Cell and his double damage. Managed to take down 3 heroes on the side of LAOS. Actually, 4 heroes on the side of LAOS, forcing 1 buyback from Akito.
Oh, but Jackie
boy. Where are you at? Oh, Gleipnir manages to connect, but they get the boundless strike onto Jackie. Moonlight Shadow to make sure, but no, we saw you time-lapsing back there, buddy. We're gonna get you.
Prime break is there. The arrow is not connected.
It doesn't connect, but the damage is there. Jackie is burning slowly. Akito on dieback, 70 seconds.
Oh.
Jackie, where are you gonna go, my friend? You can run, but you can't hide.
But this is a
TP. Oh, misses just by a bit. Will they get him? No, unfortunately, he manages to stay alive.
He's still safe and sound after a very long runs right there. Going for something else, but Roche is up though inside of the game. So this is their chances. Before like this respawn coming from the Skyward Mage with 40 seconds, I think like they will be able to go something. Oh, Min is the one is being picked up.
Yeah, there's another kill, a solo kill from Mikado. Right now, he's super powerful. He's literally burning everything down his path. This is a free Roshan for Team Indonesia. They're gonna keep on forcing right now with 2 players out of the picture, and I don't think they're scared anymore. Like 35 over 14, 12k net worth in, and plus they got a Philosopher's Stone, which is basically free gold.
And the Mage Slayer in the head of Monkey King, like they
Yeah.
are respecting this Skyrad Mage with the skills that he's having, but Mikoto.
He's insane, man. He's insane. Going for the Scepter next is... No, actually, yeah, is it a Scepter?
I think like if it's not Scepter, it's like an Octarine.
Yeah, it's an Octarine. Yeah, he was going for the Ether
Radiant's
first.
top tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Indonesia, they will do the push. This is the
top
last
tower has
lane.
fallen.
I was like mentioning before that tier 2 tower and then going for the high ground, it means that they will
Dire's
be having
middle
all of the
tower
tier
is under
3
attack.
coming from the side of Lao. And
Radiant
it's going to be
structures
pretty
are
fast. Back
fortified.
again, this is Beastmaster with the Boar, with the Dominator, and it's Rimochel with the very fast attack
Oh, 4-step out to high ground. Whitemon manages to find Min, but uses the freezing field way too early. Never mind with the BKB going into the fight, jumping onto the Crystal Maiden, but the roar comes just in time, and Flaming Lasso, Flaming Lasso to Marcia outside of the picture. 2 kills are secured for Team Indonesia. Only once again for the Crystal Maiden. Dreamocell looking pretty low.
But Jackie is still there,
Yeah.
BB is still there. They're looking for something. Bundle Strike is already being used right here. They're already securing the tier 3 tower. I think like they're very satisfied about it.
Man. Not
It's
looking
very
very well.
low.
He gets burned and he gets axed. He gets completely knocked out of the fight. Instantly buybacking the top lane has been completely demolished. No barracks. I think this is the last. No, there's one more barrack, I think, on the bottom lane. But Dreamocell keeps on giving pressure onto Team Laos.
And they still have the Aegis of Immortal right now, best defender. Are they going to be able to defend the Ancient right here?
Well, it's looking pretty slim, my dear Bella, but as it seems that they're running low on chances, they're using the Gleipnir. Wukong's command goes off. Bleed Jackie is not looking very well. He tries to hide into the fountain. What else can you do? These guys are way too powerful right now. 2 people are still on standby. Ember Spirit is not here for 30 more seconds alongside with the Skywrath Mage. It's not looking very well. Indonesia,
from the side of Lao, yeah, it is not looking really well. Indonesia will be going for the...
Whitemon manages to connect with the Frostbite, but the arrow doesn't connect. Jackie being aggressive towards Mikado, but the others are still here trying to, pay the price. They managed to connect onto Min. There goes the Enchantress. Green
might be
is
GG at this
godlike.
rate.
Yeah, Marcy trying to secure the space as much as she can, but it's not looking very well. She's gonna fall no, she's not gonna fall just yet.
Middle tower is
But
under
Rimochel will be forcing maybe to get over the tier 4
BB is
tower.
back. BB is back. White Moon doesn't manage to get four-stepped out of the
Rimochel will be taken, and the Aegis is gone right now. Best defender.
Oh my god.
Darrow! It's not connected, it's not body, but
It doesn't
Rimochel-
connect, but they don't need anything. Like, they've almost killed everybody. Only the tier 4s remain. Laos are still not calling the GGs. They're going down
Oh my
the
god.
proper way. One
my
tier 4
god.
goes down, so does the other. This has not been a
Rimochel.
long fight for Indonesia. Now they're forcing Jackie up into the fountain. The throne is under attack, and GG is being called. And Indonesia is the second grand finalist of the IESF World Esports Championship.
Oh my god, it seems that there is no seafood for player from Lao right for tonight.
Yeah.
But it's a very, very good comeback coming from side of Indonesia after losing the game 2. And now they are taking their place into the grand final against Philippines. which is quite hard because Philippines already securing 1 point, but they are able to do a lot of comeback for this match, and that is one of our hosts, Gary Eka.
Yeah,
that
he's
is
so
actually
happy about this. Like, he's so happy Indonesia survived through the lower bracket, securing the position into the grand finals. I mean, the grand finals are going to be amazing. Two extremely resilient and powerful forces meeting, and there are your heroes, Indonesia. Give it up for the boys.
This is your champion for this match, Indonesia, winning 2-1 against Laos in the final lower bracket with a very long movement that is been done by both of the sides. They're using a lot of things, and even cheesy strats was being played by Team Lao because they want to get something for this. They
Yeah.
want to try to win this final lower bracket, but it's still, they're doing the fair play. They already shake hand one to another, and it's
Yeah.
a lot of things. Second game was a very strong coming from the side of Lao, but third game, it's a downhill actually from the side of Team Lao. A different
Yeah.
kind of approach that they were trying to show, but it's not really working with the combo that is actually nasty, to be honest.
Yeah, they could have tried a more secure strategy throughout the game because it was their last elimination match, and they went for some very awkward cheesy strats which didn't flourish the way I assumed they planned to. But Indonesia, it was amazing what they did. Like, you know, even if they allowed Laos to play their favorite picks, which dominated during the last game, Scarlet Mage and Ember Spirit. Right now it's like, okay, we know what you do. We know your tricks. We have a few tricks of our own. We have a few cards up our sleeve.
And the personal things going towards Marcy actually making it hard for for Team Lao because they are really depending on the rebound. Because they really need a setup from the rebound, but they couldn't do it. So it means that from the Amber, they really need to jump in to get a better setup. But it means that it will cost himself if he's the one that actually going for it. Even, never mind, using the BKB to open up a setup for BB, but it's not happening. See that one? Nevermind is the one that is getting caught.
Yeah, I mean, all of the guys from Laos were alive as long as their BKBs were there. They were doing the damage necessary, but once the BKB goes down, they disappear completely. And I mean, I was really scared about, you know, Indonesia's lineup being that squishy, but they held it. You know, they controlled it. They danced around it, and they used it as bait so many times. You know, they used Laos's aggression against them throughout the entire time because they learned what they do when they have the advantage. They keep on pushing more and pushing more, and it's like, you know what, we can get a,
we can get the advantage over
yeah,
it.
we can get an advantage. We can get the carrot on the stick, and you're gonna follow us through, and we're gonna take you down easily. So that's what they did throughout the entire game. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And eventually,
and I think like the combo that has been done with Bundle Strike, with the arrow, with the Frostbite, or even the Flaming Lasso, it's just like very hard to be handled from the side of Team Lao because a lot of CC and everything that they have at that particular moment. But from Indonesia, Mirana, Pet Rider, Peacemaster, Crystal Maiden, Monkey King. Who do you think gonna be the MVP for this one?
I mean, that's a very difficult one. I think Monkey King is gonna be, because he
either Monkey King or Bad Rider, I think.
Bad Rider, actually, no, I take it back. Bad Rider will be the MVP of this match because Monkey King. Okay, I called him. Okay, they switched. I think they had a panel just in case in the background.
Both of them
but
have really good job actually with the Dream Ochao using the Monkey King. He has 17, 1, and 7. Only one time been picked off, and the side of that one, it's only when he's holding the Aegis of Immortal that he is being picked off.
Yeah, I mean, that was when they were doing the countdown for him, but he persevered. It was amazing. Like he even had a Bloodthorn going on with the Desolator. Like, look at this item build. Like, he went full-blown damage, and he completely delivered. Mikoro is, I mean, with the Witch's Blade and the Ether Lens progressing towards the Octarine Core, they had a lot of damage. Wami, he countered Enchantress so well, which was allegedly, a counter for him. It was amazing.
It is.
It was amazing. I'm very, I don't know, like, I was hoping that Laos, they went through the upper brackets. I thought they would be having the upper hand in the situation.
But the result is not.
Yeah, they had a long journey. I'll give them that, but eventually...
But it's a big round of applause for Lao, actually, because they were playing from the play-ins until up into the top 3 inside of ISF. So still a very big
Big round
shout
of
out,
applause,
big
yeah.
round of applause for team from Laos. They're doing really great job. Really, really great job.